All right, all right, all right. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the late night show. You know what time it is. Like we always do about this time. Yeah. It's time for another episode. Hope you guys are doing all right. It's Friday night. Hope you're feeling all right. What's up, Tina? Tina Beagle. Becky Town. Templar. Philly. You guys are always here when I go live. I appreciate that, man. And Biggie Smalls. Whee! That's right, boy. You guys are the best. When I go live, you guys are here. And I appreciate that. What up, Mo? Maureen. What up, Mo? All right, well, we're here. We're live. And we got nothing to talk about. I'm going to drop a link, see who wants to come on the show. If not, we're going to see what's in the news, talk about that. Try to stay away from the woke subjects. Yeah. Let me see. What did I see in the news today? Besides the Supreme Court shit. Another win for Trump. Were you on time tonight? I think I was like 2 minutes late. But yeah, I guess that's on time. Socialist New York City mayor contender Zoran Bakhmandi wants to hike property taxes for richer and whiter neighborhoods. He's already getting started. Yeah, New York is screwed, man. They already just recently took over Times Square. Thousands of people praying to Allah in the middle of Times Square, stopping traffic, stopping everything, taking over the whole center of Times Square, praising Allah. We are in trouble in this country. Anyway, I promised I wouldn't talk about that. God damn it. Mother Nature is friggin' whacked out with this weather. It was nice and cool today, wasn't it? It was a little chilly. Meanwhile, the other day it was 110 degrees, so don't complain. Thank God it cooled down. Let's see. Next week looks pretty good, too. Next Wednesday, 87. Next Thursday, 87 and sunny. So I'll probably go to the beach next week. Get some boogie boarding in, boy. But yeah, it's going to heat back up. Looks like for the next week and a half, it's going to be friggin' 90 degrees every day. 88 degrees. That's some shit. So summertime is definitely in full effect. What up, Mr. President? Mr. President, congratulations on your Supreme Court win today. Radical left-wing activist judges won't dictate the policies of the administration any longer. They called him a king while they were acting like emperors, thinking they're going to dictate the executive branch. That's not how it goes. Yeah, they got some radical judges on that Supreme Court, too, that they need to get rid of. Some DEI hires on there that have radical ideas about this country that don't make sense. Yeah. God damn it. What up, Vegas Pete? So, yeah, that's that. What else? I'm looking through the news. Jeff Bezos got married. Lauren Sanchez changed his name. Wipes Instagram after marrying Jeff Bezos in a $50 million wedding. $50 million. Holy Toledo. This guy say? Let's see. Let's see what this guy says right here. I just want to read this article real quick. Oh. Okay, there's nothing to talk about. We're running out of shit to talk about. We just got started. Another rough start. Oh no, Cuomo's going to stay on and keep running for mayor in the election ballot. So he's going to help get this guy elected. This Makmandi. He's going to help. If he doesn't drop out of the race, wasted votes that should be going to Mayor Adams or somebody else that's running, that's in a better position than him. Uh-oh, it already started too. Here we go. A 20-year-old woman was most likely bit by a juvenile shark at a popular Long Island beach while trying to beat the blistering heat this week. Oh my God, it was at Jones Beach. The swimmer was wading in waist-deep water at Jones Beach State Park on Wednesday when something chomped on her foot and leg just after 4 p.m. The woman couldn't see what attacked her, but park officials determined it was most likely a juvenile sand tiger shark. You guys think it's a joke, right? I told you people. What up, Drum? I told you people about respecting the ocean, right? I told you there's sharks out there. No, there's no sharks out there, man. And if they are, they don't want to eat you. They're not looking to, you're not on the menu. Yeah, sure. Great. Summer just started. We already got sharks now at Jones Beach. Great. Can't even enjoy the ocean. You see? I told you people. You think it's a joke. Every summer I tell you people about that ocean. Oh, of course they have to shut the swimming down because of the friggin' shark. The best way to avoid shark encounters is to keep out of the water at night, steer clear of murky water, stay away from appetizing schools of fish, and always follow the instructions of your lifeguards. Well, it's all murky water over there. What are you supposed to do? We don't have crystal clean, fucking pristine water that you can see through. This ain't no friggin' exotic island over here. It's friggin' Long Island. You got dark green fucking water. How the hell are you supposed to see anything? That's stupid advice. So they're basically telling you stay out of the water and don't enjoy the ocean. Don't enjoy the beach instead of allowing these sharks to go extinct. What up, John DeLong? Everybody should be able to enjoy the ocean. Sharks should be extinct. They had their run over 500 million years on this planet. We don't need them around no more. If they're going to be biting innocent people, they're not even in the ocean. They're on the friggin' shore, waist deep water. Come on, man. Got the fucking shark got the whole ocean to go hunt. He's got to come to shore and bite you in the leg. And then the stupid shark activists tell you, oh, you're not on the menu. He didn't want to bite you. Yeah. Where is that elixir salesman tonight? Oh, you talking about Tony Buick? Everybody loves Tony Buick. You always love the beach, Gunsmoke. I do love the beach. I respect the beach. I just want to make sure that, people don't get hurt out there enjoying the beach. It shouldn't happen. Sharks should be extinct, like I've always said. What up, Jacket? Jacket boy. Good to see you tonight, brother. What are you doing up this late? Oh, look who it is. Gabourey. What up, what up? Happy Friday. When are you going to the beach for a sunrise? Yeah, I haven't done that in a long time. It's been a few years. Maybe next week though. Why, you want to go with me? We could do that. If you want to go, let me know. Text me and let me know. We could go to the beach next week. I'll show you my hairy tits. Uh, God damn it, Gabourey. We're struggling here. We're struggling for topics. Nobody's grabbing my link. What up, Moochie? Moochie boy. Where you driving to, Mooch? Are you going clubbing, Mooch? Are you bar hopping? Fucking party animal, boy. We're looking, we're looking. Oh, look at this. A student that is accused of firebombing a Tesla dealership is facing serious prison sentences, but is also free to receive gender confirming care, which means they could have their genitals chopped off and turned into a woman, or their idea of a woman. Nah, I didn't hit the beach, man. Oh, you must be dark as hell. I got a little tan. I'm a little tan, but nah, shit. That's too hot, even for the beach. 100 something degrees, I'm good. That sand must be burning people's feet and the oppressive heat. Fuck that. I like to go to the beach when it's in the upper 80s, mid to upper 80s, low 90s, mid 90s, 110 degrees, I'm good. I don't need to, yeah. Just need to be under the AC. Think I need to size it up. What else we got here? Shit. Representative Elise Stefanik dissed the governor, Katie Hochul, calling her the worst governor in America after the Democrat dinged her over Medicaid cuts. Well, I'd say Gavin Newsom's the worst governor, but she's number two, Governor Hochul. God damn. Should I give you guys mob content? Is that what you guys want? Is that what you're here for? What else we got? Senator Gillibrand insists that New York City mayoral candidate Zoran Bakhmandi should denounce his controversial intifada comments. He's not going to denounce that. That's his whole essence. That's his whole upbringing since birth. Intifada, intifada, Allahu Akbar. That's all he knows. He's not appropriate to be mayor of New York, especially just 24 short years after 9/11. People said, never forget, never forget. I think they forgot. At least in New York, anyway. I think they forgot. For this guy to even be considered as a mayoral candidate with his past and his rhetoric and his ideas, it's a catch 22. In this country, you know, anybody should be free to be what they want. Some things are inappropriate, though. I don't know, man. It's a catch 22. He has a right to be on the ballot, but at the same time, his name shouldn't. That fucking name should not be anywhere near a fucking mayor, a fucking mayor election. It's like a couple years after 9/11, they wanted to build a mosque right across the street. Back then, the whole fucking area over there was up. It was in an uproar. Like, hell no, this ain't happening around here. You ain't putting no fucking mosque right across the street from World Trade Center after 9/11. Now, if they went for that, they'd probably give them the approval. Yeah, go ahead. Build a grand mosque right across the street from the World Trade Center Memorial. Go ahead. Yeah. That's coming. And it seems like New Yorkers just don't care. They forgot. They forgot 9/11. I want to know what your last meal would be if you were on death row. That's a good question. All right. Now, this is an interesting question here. I like this question. Let me think about that. What's up, Bella? Thank you, Bella. Um, Governor Cool. Holchul. Governor Holchul. WNBC. All right. What would I eat on death row? Well, definitely some lobster. We're getting some lobster and shrimp. Uh, I guess as an American, you got to have one last cheeseburger. What else? Get you some ice cream and shit with all the toppings, hot fudge, whipped cream, cherry sprinkles, all that shit. What else you gonna get for the last meal? Got to get like a strawberry milkshake, some shit, some sody pop. Uh, I guess I'll have a drumstick. Get a little piece of fried chicken. Shouts to all my crispies out there. The crispy crew, the crispy cartel. How do you like your burgers cooked? I don't know. Medium well. Medium rare? No, no, no. Medium well. Well. Medium well. Just make the friggin' burger. I don't want to see nothing pink inside of my burger. The steak is one thing, but you know, I want that shit flame grilled, flame broiled bullshit. That's what you gotta deliver. What's up, Anna? Good evening, Anna. Happy Friday. Fucking military jet boys. Flying over quiet neighborhood boys. I would have the best of wines and the best of foods. I don't think you're allowed to drink for your last meal. You can have yourself a milkshake, but you ain't gonna get no liquor. I just read, actually, it's funny that you brought that up, Gabaray. I just read, what was it, last night? In Japan, they executed a guy. He killed like 9 people. They called him like the Twitter killer because he met girls on Twitter and killed them, and then he would eat them and dismember them and shit. And in Japan, I guess they don't make you wait 20 years sitting on death row. They do it fairly quick. Took him about 5 years after his conviction. They hung his ass recently, the other day. And they gave the details. And it turns out that anybody on death row in Japan, they don't have an execution date. They don't know when they're going to be executed until the morning of their execution. So it could be 5 years, 10 years, 2 years. They don't know until the very morning when they come knocking on that cell door and let them know the bad news. That's pretty crazy. They really make you sweat it out in Japanese death row. Anyway, god damn it. Let's drop a link here. Get somebody on here, please. Let's see what else we got here. Yes, crew members do have sex in the cockpit. Flight attendant confesses the plane is on autopilot. So these assholes are making $300,000 a year, and they're fornicating when they're supposed to keep their eyes on the fucking road or keep their eyes on the sky. That's some bullshit. Do you know when you go to death row, when you're tired of the producer dancing all up in the videos, all in the records, dancing? Cut a death row. Yeah, free Suge, y'all. Free Suge. Um, as far as the Diddy shit, I don't know, man. I don't know if Diddy's going down for the count. They're supposed to come up with a verdict soon in the coming days. The trial's winding on down. Probably sometime next week you might have a verdict. I don't know. What else we got here? Fuck. I'm looking. God damn it, Gabourey. Of course, you tune into a show where I have nothing to talk about, Gabourey. Last night we had a good show on here. It was action packed, true stories. Not that bullshit you hear on other channels. These were true stories. Anyway, fuck. What else we got here? Damn it. Wow. I'm looking. This show sucks right now. Please, God, save me. Why are my messages disappearing? I didn't even say anything bad, but Tony Pizza can say anything and not get clipped. I don't know, man. Somebody's messing with my channel, bro. Somebody's sabotaging my channel out there. I released YouTube shorts. Somebody's blocking them. I used to get thousands of views. Now I can't even get 20 views now. They made it even worse. Now I'm getting like 13 views on a YouTube short. Like it doesn't make sense. It's not even possible. Uh, so yeah, I'm being sabotaged here. Somebody's blocking people. Uh, they're shadow banning my fucking YouTube shorts that I'm working on. They're basically destroying the progress that I made last month on here. Last month had the one of the best months in a long time. And that's because I was putting in more effort with the channel, with the YouTube shorts and stuff. And now people saw that. And they're haters, they're jealous, they're scumbags. And YouTube allows this shit. And there's nobody you can reach out to. YouTube doesn't have a customer service that you can call for help if trolls are attacking your channel. So uh that's another reason why I wanted to get out of this community, but it's not easy, man. Start fresh, start something new from the beginning. It's not easy. And these assholes, even though you're not talking about nobody and bothering nobody, they still fucking want to fuck with your channel. Animals. So it sucks because this is how I got to earn a living. We were doing good last month, and now this month looks like it's turning to shit. I got 3 days left this month, and it looks like I'm not going to make it. Not for this month. And I'm trying to do the content, and they're blocking it. So we're going to keep moving. We're going to keep pushing, but it's not looking good right now. God damn it. But we're going to keep trying. We're not going to give up. We got no choice but to keep moving. I guess that's the American way. Last meal, Philly cheesesteak, Cooper Sharp with fried onions. Death by Fire Squad. I don't know, man. I don't know, McGilla. What up, McGilla? Recently, there's been a few assholes. They chose Fire Squad, and I think they regretted it when it was too late. When those shots go off and you're still strapped to a fucking plank of wood, or I think they sit you down, but when you're strapped to that chair and you're writhing in pain because your chest just got blown open and you're still breathing, for a few minutes there. You know, you're gonna wish that you took the lethal injection. These guys got to be crazy choosing fucking firing squad. Jesus, I guess it's better than getting hung, but you know, lethal injection. At least you go to sleep. You know. Maybe it's that Chinese lady you sold me under the bus for. Shut up, drum. I'm sorry about that. I should have never even allowed her to come on here and talk that shit. That's the thanks I get. She betrayed me and supports my enemies. Piece of shit. Scumbag. So, yeah, drum. I'm sorry I let her mouth off to you like that, buddy. Your joke wasn't that bad, you know? Some people should have a fucking sense of humor out there. I wasn't happy that she came on here and did that anyway at the time, but, you know, whatever. Everybody thinks they're a fucking civil rights leader. You know what? I'm tired of entertaining this piece of shit too. Get this fucking idiot out of here. Get out of here, you fucking moron. Always coming in here asking stupid questions. Get him out of here. Have you ever known Drum Capella to be subversive? No. God damn it. DB. DB was a gentleman. The fuck did we do here, Frankie? Yeah, he always comes in here once a month now. You still here? You still around? What's up? Like, shut the fuck up, man. Get out of here. Get away from me. Fucking weirdos. I'm tired of this shit. Keep it gangster, firing squad. All right. Shit. It's your choice. See how gangster you're gonna feel after the shots go off. Now then it's too late. There's 5 states that have firing squad. Yeah, just about. He desecrates the deceased. I don't play that shit. Yeah, no. Sick people out there. Degenerates. Oklahoma has firing squad. They don't use it, I don't think, but well, it's a horrible way to go. Firing squad. I wouldn't choose it. Some people want to go out in a blaze of glory. What are you gonna do? What else? What else? What else? Scrolling up here. I'm gonna shove the best of wines and the best of foods up somebody's ass. I'm working on finding out where Tavernese is buried in case anyone wants to make a pilgrimage with me who's on the island. Yeah, I've thought about going there actually. I thought hold on. I think I had that info. Somewhere in the north of Long Island, not too far from here. I'm trying to see if I still have the info. Saved it somewhere. I gotta look for it. I have it somewhere. So I was planning on going this sometime this summer. What up, Michael? Michael Moore, my boy. Oh, Crime Spot knows where it is? All right, good. Shouts to Crime Spot. Shit. All right, we got 40 people in here. We're talking about nothing. Yes. Yes, I think that's right, Jacket. That looks familiar. Yeah. It's on the north side of Long Island, right? There you go. else? God damn it. Somebody grab that link. No, he's definitely missed, man. And he never had no problem grabbing the link over here. When he saw me struggling, he would come on the show. He would come up with shit to talk about. Always had something to talk about. So he's definitely missed around here. God damn it. And he decided to do. All right, let me see what else. Let me check another news outlet. We're running out of freaking news topics here. Blah, blah, blah. This news outlet sucks too. Harvard scientist accused of smuggling frog embryos. Probably an invasive species. Putin confirms he wants all of Ukraine as Europe steps up its military aid. Let's see what the hell they're talking about. All right, they're not getting to the point quick enough, so we're just going to skip that article. Hegseth announces new name of U.S. Navy ship that honored gay rights icon Harvey Milk. It will be renamed after Oscar V. Peterson to take the politics out of ship naming. Good. They had a fucking USS Harvey Milk? Come on, man. What were they shooting? Daisies and daffodils at people? Who was the captain? Fucking Richard Simmons? Come on, man. Thank God we got people with common sense in their fucking brain now, running the government. Oscar V. Peterson. That's an appropriate name. Good. Harvey Milk. USS Harvey Milk. Oh my God. What a joke. Bring Drum Capella into convo. If he wants to come on, he could grab the link. The link's for anybody. Putin does Phil Collins. Look at motherfucker. He looks like Phil Collins a little bit. Just with weird eyes. Phil Collins, boy. Oh, looks like Putin wants to go into Estonia now. Kremlin says Estonia's readiness to host the nuclear-capable NATO jets threatens Russia. You know what that means. All right, maybe I should shut the show down, man. There's nothing to talk about. We're 35 minutes in. Nobody's grabbing a link. 50 Cent offers Zoran Mahmandi $258,750 to leave New York City. He says he's not feeling his plans. Where do you come up with that number, though? $50 said, I'm not feeling this plan. No. I will give him $258,750 and a first class one way ticket away from New York. I'm telling Trump what he said, too. Shit. I guess 50's not a woke joke. He doesn't want a friggin' mayor, Mahmoud Abbas Mahmandi, running the city, destroying the city. He ain't gonna be running it. He's gonna run it into the fucking ground. That's what he's gonna do. Mahmandi broke down his plans to increase tax for the wealthy and businesses making millions of dollars, not in revenue, but in profit. He stressed that he'll only increase personal taxes for the top 1% of New Yorkers. I know if 50 Cent is listening, he's not going to be happy about this. 50 Cent was estimated to have a net worth of almost $1 billion last year, so his taxes could increase if Mahmandi wins the election and if he's a New York City resident. He could definitely afford it, though. Yeah, well, I'm sure it's more than just the taxes. Mahmoud Abbas. Harvey Milk served in the Navy during the Korean War. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, well, that's not all he did. I'm sure there was some fucking school shooter out there that probably served in the military. Are they supposed to honor him with a ship too, just because he served? You know, it's a very distinct honor to give somebody. Now that wasn't a fair equivalent, but I'm just saying. Can you imagine the money Putin must have? They're saying he's the richest person in the world. They can't confirm it, but through his greed and his regime, they're saying he's the richest guy in the world. God damn it, Drum. All right, Drum. Thank you, brother. Have a good night, man. Jersey Shore, huh? Must be nice. Down by the shore. It's hard to be witty when you don't have any subjects to talk about. Thailand's marijuana unlegalization. They're tightening restrictions on the sale of cannabis just 3 years after loosening them. I guess weed's not for everybody. Dropped a link for Buick and Ken. Boy, oh boy, he must have had a fucking rough night last night. Wonder if Tony woke up with a sore ass. But yeah, shouts to Drum Capella, man. Uh, I'm looking here. Please, God. Trump says Gaza ceasefire is possible within a week. I'll believe it when I see it. Where is Tony Buick right now? Damn it! Tony and his date are at the doctor getting prostate exams. There's something wrong. I don't know. I was having trouble moving my bowels this morning. I don't know why. Fuck me. Oh, here's something. Bernie Sanders gets into an argument with Joe Rogan over Trump's 60 Minutes lawsuit. Bernie says the impact is clearly intimidation. No. The media has been trying to rig elections lately. Biden, Kamala, try to influence Americans to vote for these people when they're not qualified. They were doing special edits to make them appear coherent and smart when they can't even answer simple questions about policy and foreign relations and shit like that. They tried to cover for her. That's highly illegal during an election, trying to sway the public. They've been doing it for too long. They did it with the social media companies, Google, Meta, Facebook, all that shit. They were censoring people, censoring differing opinions and ideas. And then they cry about democracy. That's not democracy. So Trump sued him to put a stop to that shit, knock it off. And guess what? CBS started knocking it off. Then you saw the bitch fit from all the assholes at 60 Minutes. My God, I've been here 45 years. I will not stand for this. I cannot continue on in this capacity. Like, shut the fuck up. Why? Because you can't be a propagandist anymore and spread lies? Call the president a rapist? No, you're not going to get away with that. You're not going to pull the wool over people's eyes anymore and say, hey, Sleepy Joe is very smart and sharp and full of energy and witty. And no, those days are over. They tried to cover for Kamala. Then they had to release the unedited version, and it came out that she's a total fucking idiot. Thank God she didn't win anyway, but still, if it was up to them, she would have won. And they want to tell you democracy. Democracy, my ass. And now Newsom is suing Fox News. I bet Bernie won't make a peep about it. No, he probably won't. I didn't hear about that, but no. They're hypocrites. Fucking Long Branch boy. I am the captain of the SS Minor Johnson. Shit. Well, ahoy, Nico. Fuck. Oh, the SS Minnow Johnson? You're going to make me look up who that is now? I thought you meant you had a Minor Johnson. Bernie needs a good schmack? No, he's too old for that. You can't do that. That's elder abuse. You don't do that. I would feel bad. No. Maybe 50 years ago he deserved a good schmack. But fuck. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, here's a good subject to talk about that I'm interested in. 7 things you didn't know about Tupac Shakur's Machiavelli, the Don Illuminati album. Let's see. Let's educate you people. In September of 1996, Tupac Shakur, the rapper and actor known professionally as Tupac, was on top of the world. His latest album, All Eyes on Me, was a multi-platinum smash with How Do You Want It, California Love, topping the Billboard Hot 100 charts. He just finished shooting 2 new gritty crime films, Gridlocked with Tim Roth and Gang Related with James Belushi and Dennis Quaid. And he already had a brand new album ready to go. Sadly, he would never see it drop. On September 7th, 1996, Tupac Shakur was shot 4 times while in Las Vegas for the Bruce Seldon versus Mike Tyson fight. 6 days later, he succumbed to the gunshot wounds. And Nita lives out in Vegas. You think she goes and visits the corner where he got shot? No, she don't care. She's been out there for a year or two now. She don't care. She never stopped by, paid respects to Tupac Shakur. Only 25 years old when he died, Tupac had some unfinished business, and not just his career. Over the past 2 years, Tupac was in the middle of one of the most intense feuds in hip hop history, unofficially known as the East Coast versus West Coast rap war. Tupac had tensions with several New York rappers, with the main subject being the Notorious B.I.G. and Sean Diddy Combs. While he addressed many of them on his 1996 diss track Hit 'Em Up, turns out he was just getting started, full of venom and vitriol, obsessed with revenge and retribution. The Don Illuminati is Tupac at his most extreme. The album is tight, only 12 songs, but you get every version of Tupac Shakur. You get the player Pac, the MLB the real blood boss player, outlaw, player Pac with the song Toss It Up. You get the political, revolutionary Tupac Shakur with the song White Man's World. You get the paranoid and high Tupac Shakur with the melodic Hail Mary. And you also get the pensive Pac with the song Crazy. He even showed new pockets, built on moody acoustic guitars and liquid bass lines. Me and My Girlfriend is a love song dedicated to his gun. Jay-Z and Beyonce would famously make a literalized version of the song in 2002. That was another great year, 2002. I wish we could all go back to fucking 2002. What up, Carlos? I remember back then, people thought Tupac Shakur was coming back. They said he was going to wait 7 years and come back to us in 2003. When he never returned, I knew it was bullshit. But the album is menacing, ominous, and explosive. The Don Illuminati is the first of Tupac's 7 posthumous albums. It carries the distinction of being the only one to have been completed in its entirety during Shakur's lifetime, and it shows. No other album released after his death had this much focus and thematic intentionality. Intentionality. What a fucking word. How about you say intention? That would be cool, Vegas Pete. Koval Lane and East Flamingo Boulevard. Go there live. I'll drop the link for you, boy. Thank you, Vegas Pete. I would appreciate that. Tupac returned to vote for Kamala, then went back to wherever he was hiding. Wow. Maybe he wouldn't be woke, you know? Maybe he would have been disgusted with Kamala and her fakeness, you know? You don't know. Look at this shit. Tupac's follow-up album was called All Semen on Me. You believe this shit? You guys got the wrong idea about Tupac Shakur. That's why I got to educate you guys right now. The Don Illuminati, the 7-Day Theory album was released on November 5th, 1996. and quickly reached #1 on the Billboard 200, selling 664,000 copies in its first week. By January, it had been certified double platinum and has since achieved quadruple platinum status. The album is regarded as a certified classic with a mystique surrounding it that's still palpable today. Here are 7 things you didn't know about the album. Illuminati boy. Oh, I got some artwork here. Machiavelli the Don artwork that you could buy. Shit. How much they want for it? $100. $100 for this bullshit? They got 7-year-olds that could paint better pictures than this bullshit. Man, fuck that. Anyway, Tupac's adopted moniker, Machiavelli the Don, is based on a controversial 16th century Italian philosopher. While incarcerated, Tupac Shakur passed the time by reading a lot of books. One such book set the tone for the album, Niccolo Machiavelli's The Prince. Machiavelli was a controversial political philosopher and theorist from the 16th century. Yeah, man, I called you a guinea homo from the 15th century. Uh, Prince was a treatise that offered ruthless advice to rulers on acquiring and maintaining power, emphasizing the effectiveness of cunning and manipulation over idealistic or moral governance. So basically, it's a book for dictators, how to keep power with an iron fist and double cross people and betray them. Pieces of shit. I think reading this book makes you a scumbag if you adhere to it. I'm sure there's lessons to be learned, but it makes you Machiavellian, devious, deceitful, always looking for the angle. I don't like that. Drum, it's not slander when you're right. That's fucked up. I remember back in the day when Danny Green, Tevin Ace, and I would bombard you with Tupac slander. Yeah. You guys got a big kick out of that, huh? They still do it to this day. But yeah, Tevin Ace loved to break my balls about the Tupac Shakur. A lot of Tupac Shakur slander was to be had back then. It's a shame, really. What up, Dwayne? Fee-fi fucking foe. Fee-fi fum fucking foe. I smell the negativity of a Dominican. Oh! That was racist. Come on, Smoke. Even you have to admit he would have been woke. No, he would have been woke, but not now. I think he would have been down with Trump. There's a lot of rappers down with Trump right now. You just believe in that bullshit you read on MSNBC and CNN and all that bullshit. What up, Nightman? Shouts to the West Side. I'll give you a reason why Tupac Shakur wouldn't have been woke these days. After Obama came into office, fucking 12 years before that, Tupac Shakur was rapping about how we'll never live to see a black president. And then it finally comes true. And he sells you a bill of goods. Come on, folks. Vote for me. We're going to change the world. We're going to change. All that bullshit. Change we could believe in. And he didn't do diddly dick for the hood and nobody else, especially the hood. And he was confronted about it. They asked him about why he ain't doing nothing for the hood, man. The first black president. He said, "Well, I'm the president of everybody, not just black people." And I was like, "Oh, he's got a point. He's got a point. You're not getting special treatment." And so I think that would have upset him, And he would have been very upset with the government, with Obama, with Kamala's bullshit. He would have been against it. Ice Cube, the rapper, he's racist as a motherfucker. Even he went to go work with Trump, get a deal done with Trump. Snoop Dogg used to say F Trump. Now Snoop is DJing at his inauguration parties and shit. You know, so feelings change. Maybe he wouldn't have been woke in his older years. At his age, I was probably woke too. I was a registered Democrat. I was all about fuck the police and fuck the government, fuck all this shit. Thug life, baby. You know, fuck the police. Yeah. As you get older, I guess that comes with a little bit of maturity. Your brain completely forms, and you've lived long enough to see how society really is. Some motherfuckers just don't learn. They just need prison time. That's all. Don't worry about if they feel oppressed. Fuck their feelings. They don't care about people's feelings when they're selling crack out there to people's kids, or they're robbing and shooting and killing motherfuckers. They don't care about that. So why the fuck should you care about their feelings for some shit that they never even lived through? They're crying about shit from 200 years ago. They never even lived through that shit. Motherfucker out there sitting outside fucking walking around with a fucking loaded pistol. While your government tells you you can't have one because, we're in a woke city. But the criminals can have one. And then when they get caught, you let them out of jail based on what race they are. Reverse racism now. Racial reckoning, they call it. Anyway, now, I like to think somewhere in another universe, Tupac Shakur would have not been down with this bullshit from Kamala and Sleepy Joe and Obama. Obama did some good things. He wasn't perfect. He made a lot of mistakes too, but he definitely didn't do dick for the hood. All right. He didn't try to stop not one motherfucker from getting killed out there in the hood. He didn't make not one visit to nowhere, motherfucker. Only place he stopped into was some ice cream parlor in fucking Martha's Vineyard. How you doing, folks? Yeah, fuck off. Nightmare boy. I was scrolling down. What up, Armand? Pac would have been the leader of BLM for sure. Come on, bro. No, I know that. When the BLM riots was going on, he would have been out there helping burn shit down. He did it the first time during the LA riots in '92. Supposedly he was out there shooting up motherfucking Chinese takeouts and shit, walking around the fucking neighborhood, fucking 50 deep, scaring the shit out of people and shit, shooting shit up. Yeah. So I think maybe, I don't know. He might have been doing that in his 40s too. But he definitely would have got mad about how BLM turned out, ripping off their own people. It was all bullshit. BLM didn't do nothing for nobody either, except themselves, the people running it. They bought mansions and vacations and shit, carnival cruises, Hellcats and Trackhawks. That's all they did with the money. They didn't change nothing in the hood. Motherfuckers still getting killed every fucking weekend in Chicago. We about the next weekend's 4th of July weekend. You know how many people are gonna get murdered in fucking Chicago next weekend, and nobody's doing diddly dick to even prevent it or stop it or anything? No. Let a cop go over there though and fucking try to restore some order and fucking try to make an arrest He's forced to shoot the motherfucker because he's resisting and he's armed and he ain't listening to fucking proper instructions. And the cop has to shoot him. Oh shit! Yeah, that is the end of the world. Then Al Sharpton and Ben Crump coming down that motherfucker. We gonna march. We gonna march. Yeah. Forget about the other 119 motherfuckers that look just like them that killed each other. Forget about that. Anyway, how did we get on this subject? What was I talking about? Oh, you guys brought up Tupac Shakur. Motherfucker. Smoke, what is that thing you do when you do the 1960s African American accent? What, Al Sharpton? We gonna march on these motherfuckers. Apologize, Mr. Amos. We ain't gonna take this shit no more, Mr. Amos. We gonna burn this motherfucker down. We gonna walk right into the post office and tell them, stick 'em up, motherfucker. This is a stick up. Uh, this is a hold up. Stick 'em up, motherfucker. He would have been throwing bricks during the George Floyd riots and yelling charge for sure, yeah. And it would have been no bullshit neither. It wouldn't have been no charge, and he's running in the opposite direction. That motherfucker would have been walking right over there, pistol in hand, screaming "Thula," dying over bullshit. Anyway, I like to think that Tupac Shakur, he could have changed the world, man. He could have changed this country. He could have saved a lot of lives. He was the only one that could have reached the youth, get these kids to stop killing each other over bullshit. The only one. I guess it wasn't meant to be. Nothing's changed since he got murdered. Still the same shit going on. That's why his music is still relevant today. It'll always be relevant. He knew how to tap into the culture of this country and make it sound beautiful. Makamadi wants to give every new baby a gift basket upon birth. Also, free bus rides and defund the police and replace them with social workers. Also, a community co-op grocery store free for everybody. Yeah, that's going to work out real well. He would have been an author by now and probably very wise regardless. He was ahead of his time. Yes, he was. People underestimate him. They get these warped views about him. He was very mature for his age. More mature than he let on. He might have been bipolar though. He had some split personalities there, and some anger issues. But as he got older, I'm sure he could have resolved it, making millions of dollars. He would have been all right. He would have been an author, a director, a CEO of a record company. He would have had businesses, his own clothing line he was coming out with. Only in America. And these fucking people want to complain about this country. A motherfucker claiming Thula from the gutter could come up, make money in music and Hollywood and fucking. Only in America could he come up from nothing and become something like that. People want to complain. Even he complained. What up, Scott? When is Buick going to come on from some third world Asian food court? I'm waiting for that. I look forward to it. You talking about the commie New York City mayor? Yep. The Intifada himself. Templar boy. Shouts to Templar. No, 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 not that. You just spontaneously break into like this Shaft accent. Shaft. Hey, baby. Oh, sometimes when I'm talking to Nita, like, yeah, why don't you sit yourself on down, baby? That shit? What are you talking about? I don't talk like that. Not usually. Yeah. Oh, you mean that shit? Like, yeah, yeah. You know what time it is? That bullshit. West Coast gangster shit. Is that what you're looking for? Break yourself, fool. You know what time it is. Some real proper lie. That type of shit. Slipping and sliding on your ass. These kids these days would have called him an old head and ignored him. Nah, nah, nah. Not Tupac Shakur, man. Nah. He's the one who brought you the bandanas and the tattoos. Rappers weren't doing that before him. Not on any significant level. Rappers didn't have tattoos like that back then. Wearing Versace and shit. No, that was him before Biggie stole it from him. He influenced the whole goddamn generation. These rappers weren't taking off their shirts and shit on stage, rapping like a motherfucker, sweating and shit. That was Tupac Shakur. Started that shit. Then you had DMX and Ja Rule and everybody else taking their shirt off like they're a fucking rock star. That was Tupac Shakur doing that at the House of Blues. You understand? Nah, he was a big influence on these motherfuckers. And he had respect from a lot of gangs all across the country. He's the only one who had the credentials to reach out to these motherfuckers, or who even wanted to, and try to get these people to stop killing each other. These rappers these days don't have the initiative to do that. They don't give a shit. Pac had a fucking agenda, you know what I'm saying? He had a mission. His mama put a fire up his ass to be something of some consequence out there to this country. Now you don't have that. Now you got some asshole with fucking blonde dreadlocks, fucking high off of God knows what, stuttering and slurring his fucking words, making shit music with auto tune and wearing glitter on his fucking moon boots and nah, they got destroyed. If Pac was around, the shit would have never happened. You can have a shotgun if you want to have home protection in New York, but if you pull that trigger, you're going to jail anyway. Don't matter if the guy breaks in your house and he doesn't harm you or whatever, and just steals shit or whatever, or ties you up. You have to let him tie you up and steal your shit. If you try to kill him or whatever, you're going to jail. You know. If you're able to flee, you have a duty to flee. You cannot protect your property or yourself. You don't have that right in New York. I mean, you can obviously, fuck the law. You're gonna protect your life, right? But you're gonna end up in court fighting for your fucking freedom after that. And you better have a good lawyer and some fucking good press behind you because good luck with that in this state anyway. Unless you're, a certain color, then you could just go free now. Racial reckoning, it'd be oppressive to lock you up for your crimes. You have to commit crime. We have to accept this now. Instead of trying to change your ways, no, we're just going to accept your fucking behavior and that's it. That's the society we live in now. Fucking shit society. Quality of life is down. Potholes everywhere. Legalized public urination. Legalized public intoxication. Open air fucking drug dens in public parks. They got vending machines hand you fucking needles. Thank God. What a surprise.
Yo,
Look at this beauty.
what's up, man?
What up, Carmine?
You having a hard time tonight?
Oh my God. You hear me struggling, man.
I listen. I watched the replay this morning. Last night I
Yeah.
was too tired. Yeah, you and
What'd you
Howie.
what'd you think about that?
It was pretty good.
Howie
Pretty
was on
good.
fire last night. I mean, story after story, and it was all fucking
Well,
murder and
well,
mayhem.
he can. Well, he can tell all the stories he wants because he cooperated.
Yeah.
There's people that they can't say anything because it just opens up a can of worms. But
No, but the way he was like explaining it last night,
oh no, no,
I was
he
like
no,
picturing it in my head, like you could picture every word, like
oh
how it
yeah,
went
he's
down.
true. What he says is the truth. So it's
Yeah.
not.
No, he would definitely have a good book if he ever decided to make a book one day.
Hey, listen, what's his name? Frank is doing one. So
Yeah, that's another one.
yeah, yeah. Howie, since he was in the with the Gambinos, that shit'll sell real quick. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to put that in the title somewhere.
Oh
Former
yeah.
Gambino associate, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll sell real quick. You know.
Yeah,
He can put all the shooting and stabbings he wants. But
but you got to sell the book. I guess you could put like Gotti's rules, like A Light did.
no, no,
You
no.
think
You don't have to.
you buying a
No,
Gotti book? It's fucking
no,
all A Light shit.
no, no. You can't.
No, I'm
Listen,
joking. I'm
the
joking.
Gotti name is it's all played out. You know.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
You just mentioned the Gambinos. You're okay. You know.
No, I know. I'm just fucking around.
Yeah.
That's what A Light did. You think you're getting a Gotti book and it's fucking John A Light's life story?
Listen, Ali was the first one on here that started all this
The
mob
whole thing.
genre.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's the pioneer. You got to give it to him.
for
Uh,
better or worse.
everybody trashed him, this and that, because the Gotti's always, of course, he testified against his, you know, John Jr. So the Gotti family, the Gotti family, they trashed him every way they can, and I mean that's normal. But
Yeah.
the Gotti carried the name, so everybody believed the Gottis. You know what I mean? But
That's what really started this whole community was the
Eli,
when A Light was beefing with
yeah,
Angel and all that shit,
yeah,
and
yeah.
his trolls were attacking her trolls, and they're going back and forth,
Yeah,
and
I
then
didn't even know there was like a Facebook thing going on because
yeah,
I think Frank was in it. So
that set the tone for this whole community's fucking vibe. Everybody
yeah,
attacks each other, everybody's cliquish, and you know, very
yeah,
vicious assholes out there. Meanwhile they've been doing this for 15, 10 years, whatever.
yeah,
Oh yeah, Frank Collada too. He was good. Remember Frank Collada?
yeah, yeah. Didn't he go to jail?
No, he ended up catching COVID from his co-host, and he passed away. He was with the
Oh,
Chicago
Frank
Alpha.
Collada from the Chicago outfit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Coffee with Collada. I used to love that show.
yeah. He did an interview with Henry Hill. He was in.
I remember that. It was like
Yeah,
'96 or some shit.
yeah. Those guys were gangsters, man. The
Yeah,
Chicago outfit was all about killing.
yeah. Chicago Alpha didn't play.
No,
Very treacherous.
a lot of people talk about Gambino, this and that, but the Chicago outfit is the one that had the most money, because they control the casinos.
Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't hear much about them anymore.
Nah, I can't think of not one famous outfit guy right now.
No, no. The last one was what's his name that his own son testified against his father. What's his,
Shit. What was his name? I know who he looks. He looks like
yeah,
Frank something. What was his name?
yeah. His uncle and father. They were major killers, and he had a drug habit, and he took some money from the closet or the wall, wherever
What was his
they
name?
had
Like
money.
Albanese or some shit.
I forgot, man.
Something like that.
Yeah, but he testified against his own father. Yeah, I don't know how you could do that. But
Casperosa.
who?
Oh, Calabrese. That was his last name,
Calabrese,
Calabrese.
Calabrese. Yeah, yeah, Kasparov.
Well, Casperosa said you're welcome, basically because he was, a part
Yeah.
of beefing with the A-Light guy years ago.
Uh,
So he
yeah, but that's
he
all
played a
played out. I
role.
mean, Kasparov. I mean,
He's a
listen, he did
founding
what he had
father.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did what he had to do. Um, but
What up, Southie? Southie in the house, boy. Um, but yeah, and you know what? You never hear about the Chicago outfit guys getting arrested.
No, no,
Never comes up in the news ever that
no.
an outfit guy has gotten
I'm
arrested.
sure they're around. Believe me, I'm sure they're around, but not like years ago.
I wonder
You
what they're
know,
doing.
I don't know.
I mean, because the Gambinos or the Lucchese's or the Bananos, every year or two you hear about a big bust. 30 guys, 20 guys got taken down. In Chicago, you don't hear about that shit.
No, no. Well, Chicago. I don't know if you ever been to Chicago, but Chicago is
No,
a mess.
it's a shithole.
It's a
It's got nice
shithole.
parts. It's got nice parts,
Yeah,
but
I've been to Chicago, and
it's
it's
a violent
cold.
shithole. Yeah,
You go to the city. I mean, the black gangs are big over there
and
right
they're
now.
very violent out there.
They're
Very
very
violent.
violent. Everybody's shooting everybody.
You got O Block out there.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, that's I never thought about that. You never hear about the outfit guys getting arrested.
no, no.
Maybe they're not around. I don't know.
Yeah. In the '80s, like when I was a teenager, a lot of guys from Jersey got locked up. They were always in the news. For some reason, the FBI, I mean, they were coming down hard on the New Jersey Mafia. In
Yeah,
New York, it's kind of like they drag it or they wait for a long time in order to come up with the indictments.
yeah.
But in Jersey, they just swept everybody. They just
They don't tolerate that shit.
yeah, and like Garfield, Lodi, you know, Patterson, uh, Hawthorne, Hilden, that's Elmo Park, you know. So
Shit.
yeah,
Oh, hold on.
Bloomfield.
Yo, who's this, man?
It's me, West
God
Coast.
damn. Oh, you on
What's
the
up?
west
How you
side?
doing? Yeah, you know what's up.
Who's that?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Who's there? Who's that?
This is a guy from the. I don't know. I can't even think. It's Nightmare.
Oh, Nightmare. What's up, man? Yeah, because I can't see the chat. I can't see
Oh,
anything.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were just blind.
No, no, no. I can't
Uh,
see the chat. I just see the screen.
Frank Calabrese testified wore a wire against his father to get away from
That
him instead of simply moving. Have a hard time respecting that guy. No matter what, that's your
he
dad.
he had a drug problem. That
Yeah.
was that's why he stole the money. He couldn't replace it. You know.
And didn't the father try to kill him?
Yes. Yeah. His uncle was a killer too. So.
Yeah. So he, I don't know. Yeah. What happened to a Nightmare? The winters in Chicago are brutal between the cold and the wind. The Windy City. I shoved Leonard Skinner up somebody's ass. But
What did you guys talk about last night? Also, politics also or no?
we talked about a little bit of everything. We talked about some politics.
Yeah.
How he told us great stories. Tony Buick came in and showed us a third world country.
Yeah, I saw that. Like it was up there for what, 10 minutes,
Yeah.
20 minutes.
We had Dwayne come in. He showed us one of his victims. I
Yeah,
think she might have said help. I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Howie's got great stories. I mean, I
yeah.
don't know why he just doesn't tell them all. I mean, I wish I could say all that.
Gotta
You know,
save some of them, yeah.
what's that?
Hello,
Save
is this
save some
better?
from a rainy day. Huh?
Can you
I
Yo,
hear me
hear
yeah,
you.
now?
yeah. I hear you.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
hear you
good,
now.
good.
All right, all right. So yeah, what I was saying, I don't know if you guys heard me was they say that the guy Nicky, which was Frank Calabrese's brother, little brother, Nicky Calabrese, they said that he was one of the guys that killed Anthony and Michael Spilatro. That they put him in a room in a I forgot. He said
In a
Cicero.
basement.
There's a city called Cicero in Chicago.
Cicero, yeah.
Yeah, they put
Yeah.
him down in the basement, let him say a prayer because Mike Anthony Spilotro asked if he could say a prayer first, and then after he said the prayer, they beat him to death. Like
No,
they used
no,
no
no.
weapons.
They didn't
No,
let him.
no,
They didn't let him say the prayer. He asked
Oh,
no.
if
they
he could say
didn't.
a prayer, and they just
They
started
just beat
beating him.
him up and threw him in the hole. Yeah.
Oh, I heard they let him say the prayer. I don't know,
No,
but yeah,
No.
but they said that one of the guys was that guy Nicky, and I think he was also too on the remember the biggest mob trial in with that guy Jack. Vin Diesel did a movie about him. Jack
Denorcio.
Denorcio. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was in that trial too. That was like his last trial. I think that was his last trial. And then after that, he flipped because he ended up ratting too, from what I heard.
Well, they set up that fucking Spilaccio something real nice. They told him his brother was getting made. Him and his brother
Yeah,
walk down the stairs into the fucking basement. They see all their friends there standing there with gloves on, and fucking God knows what else was in their hands. And then he turned around and looked at the guy that walked him down the stairs and said, "Do I have time to say a prayer?" And then they just fucking grabbed him and his brother and started beating the fuck out of them and choking them and beat him to death.
that must have been an ugly feeling, bro.
Yeah,
But that's the message. The
The
reason why
feeling.
they do that so the other guys can watch, or the guys that are beating, it just sends a message to everyone. That's what you gotta. What happens when you're out of control and
yeah. When you think you're bigger than their
I've never been done
organization.
dirty like that. Like I've been jumped by rival gang members and shit before, and been shot at before and stuff. Allegedly, I don't know, maybe I'm lying, but I've never been done dirty to where I was out in a room and just a bunch of fools just came in and like I knew what was gonna happen. You know,
Yeah,
that feeling, right? Because he was walking in, he knew that it was over. He knew that he wasn't gonna walk out that room,
yeah,
and that feeling, like, and it's the pit in his stomach, the shivers, the chills going down his spine. That shit must have felt ugly.
yeah. Nah, man, look, he got away with a lot of shit. He killed a lot of people,
yeah,
Yeah,
and
he
I
killed a lot
guess,
of people on his own.
yeah,
That was the thing, you know.
I think he killed Sam Giancana too.
No,
They
that
said
was
it
the
was a
rumor.
friend because he let him
yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. It was a close
He was
friend.
cooking for him too. He
No,
was
his
cooking for him.
Sublachio was a close friend. He used to hop over the fence and go visit him, and he would hop the fence so that the feds wouldn't see him going into the house in the backyard
Yeah,
in
they
the
said
basement.
Yeah,
Giancarlo
but
was
I
cooking
don't think it was
breakfast for them.
Palatra.
Well, they said it was Spilaccio.
I think
Somebody
I think it was the
theorized.
big. I think it was the big tuna himself.
No,
I'm telling
no, what
you,
are you nuts? Big Tuna himself, he would have been in his fucking 80s by that point. Why would he even risk it?
you'd be surprised. I don't. I don't believe 1 minute it
That's
was
like
Palatra that killed him.
that's kind of like the situation where setting Bacala's dad to go do something.
Bacala's
Remember
dead.
in
Oh, yeah,
Sopranos?
yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Those guys.
Give me water.
Isn't that kind of the same situation? Same
Come
small
here.
ass dude.
Come here, you little greaseball. Yeah.
Make
Smart
the water
mouth.
hot. Make the water
Yeah.
real, or wait, make the water real
Make,
cold.
make sure it's cold, huh?
Yeah, like saying some old ass dude to do something like that. You want
Yeah.
someone young in their prime, you know they're gonna get away, bro. And
Thank
seeing
you
The
that,
so
mo-
like,
much, Bella. Huh?
shout out to Bala, what's up?
Shouts to Southie. Have a good night, Southie.
But
the
that's
most
like the one thing too, like with our thing, like in the streets and stuff, like our our people, like they don't care to get away, bro. That's like there's so many people like my friends and stuff, and like just people I knew, like even people I went to juvenile hall with, like a lot of those kids they're doing life in prison and shit. And a lot of them they're doing life and they'd even kill the person just for attempted murder, bro. Like they shot dudes. Like there's one kid I know that he shot like this kid like 9 times, bro, and the fucker lived, dude. And because
and survived.
yeah, the dude survived. Like I even have a homeboy. He's like 5'5", 5'4", real small dude, probably maybe like a hundred
He's a
and
little
something
guy?
pounds. Yeah, he's a little dude. He got shot 11
Little
times,
guy.
bro, and survived. Yeah, I sent you a picture of him before. He
Yeah.
was in Folsom Prison. He's a dude in the. He has a tattoo across his like, chest, neck area. This says La Jolla real big. That dude, he's a little ass guy. He got shot 11 times, bro. by a security guard, armed security, and he
Damn,
survived.
that's
But
some
the person
security
that
right there.
but the person next that was in the area, my homeboy Sharky, he got shot once in the center chest, got hit in the heart, and he bled internally and died. And it's crazy because I had two homeboys that died like that. One, the one that I always talk about on your show, the one that was 15 years old, my homeboy, he got shot center in the heart, bled out internally, and died. The people that were with him said that he only had one like little like drizzle of blood coming out of his chest from his wound, and he choked on his blood and died. And then the other guy, Sharky, the same thing. He when they were shooting, it happened at an apartment complex. So this security guard was armed security for this apartment complex in my hood that was having a lot of like car thieves and they were stealing car stereos and just like doing shit to the cars, right? So they hired out armed security, and that complex it divides a wall. There's like a dividing wall right there from one complex to the next apartments, and the homies would kick it on that wall and watch the cars pass by and gangbang on the fools in the cars and stuff. It's like this typical shit, hanging out, drinking beers, talking shit, kicking it with chicks, right? And that security guard came over to tell him to leave. He was like, "You don't tell me to leave. This is my hood. I grew up here. I was born here. You don't run shit here, bro. We're kicking it right here." And like he put his hand on his gun because he was nervous. He goes, "What? You're trying to intimidate me with a gun? I got a gun too." And he pulled out. And then whatever happened from there is what happened. Allegedly, that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but I know that he got shot 11 times. He survived,
Smoke that fool.
and then the other fool, my homeboy Sharpie, rest in peace. He got shot one time and he passed.
Yeah, it could be 11 shots. It could be one shot, man. You never know.
And the
That's
guy
the
that
Hey,
got
roll of
shot,
the dice.
and the guy that shot Muhammad that got shot 11 times. The reason why he was in Folsom Prison is because he went to prison for my homeboy's murder. Because allegedly they're trying in court. They said that none of that shit would have happened if he didn't pull out his gun. They were saying that he
Or how about
died.
the motherfucker just leaves? Listen, man, you on private property. Get the fuck out of here. I'm securing this motherfucker. Move back. Get out of here. You want to hang out? Go hang out down the fucking block. How about that, motherfucker? I don't give a fuck how long you live in this property. The
Yeah, no,
motherfucking
that's not
owner of
how.
this property says he
That's
don't
not how
want
it
you
works.
around, motherfucker.
Put it like this: they
Yeah.
don't have private security anymore.
Oh yeah, after that, yeah,
They
lawsuits
don't.
and all this other bullshit.
No, they just put it like this: they don't have private security anymore.
Yeah, now they just let the assholes just run wild in California.
That's
Now
just how it is. Like
yeah, you have
in
to
air
accept it. Yeah,
in gang
people drinking
areas, bro.
outside your house, killing each other. You just got to accept it now. New York too.
In
Yeah,
gang areas, bro, that pretty much, like, especially on the West Coast, gangs are yeah, that's their if they got it on lock like that, that's how it is, bro.
your
That's just
phone's
how it
doing
is.
that frog thing again. Brr,
Is
brr,
it?
brr.
Cause I have my earphone in. Hold on, let me
it's
take it out.
like, yeah, what's his name?
Can you hear me better now?
Common Sense has the same problem.
Yeah, those fucking earbuds
Yeah.
they use. Yeah.
But anyways, but yeah, that's mostly how it is with
Oh, it's
like
still going on.
in the West
Brr,
Coast areas.
brr,
Is
brr.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's burping.
All right. Well,
Try to
sorry
fix it.
for the. I don't think I could fix it, bro. I
Hey,
probably
You
gotta
gotta
Nightmare,
jump off
you
this
gotta
phone
turn off
again.
that fucking Bluetooth shit.
Nightmare, you ever got hit? Like, shot? Like,
Huh?
did you ever get hit? Like, shot?
I don't
No,
think he's been shot before.
I
no, I never been shot, bro. I
I
got
got
shot
I
at
got
allegedly.
I got shot in the cab. They were shooting
Damn.
at me. It went
That's
right
what I
through.
always say that I'm a big guy, but they never got me. I'm blessed that way. There's guys like even look at that guy that got shot 11 times. That dude was really small, and they got him. I just have been always been blessed that way. Like I've been
Yeah.
cut in my face. I've been jumped. I never been jumped to the point where I was in the hospital. I got jumped a couple of times. Got cut in the face. Just shit like that. I've been shot
Um,
at allegedly. Just like I've been next. I've been in situations where like I should have like. There was one time, fuck, like so.
Huh?
I'll give you an edited version. So there was one time something happened. We went to go investigate. We'll say investigate. and we're in a big like SUV type car. I don't want to say what kind of car, but there was a big one. It was those big ones, like kind of like an
Your shit's cutting.
Escalade or like, huh?
You're cutting in and out. It keeps going in and out now. Now we're not hearing what you're really saying. Private
Are you,
investigator?
Can you hear me better
That's,
now or no?
no,
no,
it's still a little
so are
bit.
you in the car or are you at home?
I'm just standing in my backyard. Let me jump off and jump back on real quick.
All right, I dropped
Yeah.
the link. God damn it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, when you get hit, like, I don't know, but it's a burning sensation, let me tell you.
yeah. They said bullets burn,
Yeah, it's going to high velocity. Yeah,
melting your insides.
yeah, hit me in a car. Like, the healed up. It looks like a fucking asshole. Like,
I
you
knew
know,
a
his
motherfucker
skin
got
filled
shot
up.
in the shin, and he showed me the hole, and you can see the bone and shit when it was healing up.
Yeah, that's just, yeah,
All right, you hear me better now,
yeah.
Yeah.
or is it still doing that thing?
Now
No,
you
no,
good.
no frog, no froggy.
Okay,
Now you good.
so all right, now let me. So I'm gonna give you an edited version of something that happened to show you how blessed I am. So one time, something happened. We went to go investigate. We're in an older car, like a '99, 2000 model, like those block cars, like kind of like an expedition or something like that, right? Remember how they were big and bulky? Like they're pretty much like the size of a barn, you know?
Yeah,
Anyway, so something happens, and someone gets off to do something, and we started getting fired back, and they probably shot maybe 13 to 17 times at us, right? From
yeah,
maybe about 12 to 18 feet distance, right? Not far. And out of all those shots, even though the car was that big, they did not hit the car. They did not hit none of us. I did not duck. I was sticking up my head out the window laughing at them, and nothing happened to us.
Wow.
you got lucky.
Yeah, and I've been in a lot of situations like that to where something should have happened, like that close. Something should have happened, bro. Something should have happened.
Yeah, it wasn't your time.
I remember another time I was driving you remember those Mazda Proteges?
Yeah,
Protege, yeah.
I remember how the seatbelt used to have to it was an automatic seatbelt, so when
yeah,
you would
yeah. The
open the door to
slide.
get
Yeah,
out, you kind of have to like
yeah.
duck your head, you lean your head to the side to get out because that seatbelt thing's right there.
Uh huh.
You know
They
what I'm
had an
talking about?
automatic seatbelt. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes
So
up with the door.
yeah,
Yeah.
so if you open your door, how it moves, so you have to move your head, like you adjust your head so you can get out without hitting it. I
I
don't know.
never had that problem. You're tall. Yeah.
I'm a bigger guy, so I have to move my head to get out because that seatbelt thing is right there. So I I go to do another investigation, but this time I'm by myself. Everything happened. I was by myself, and even though you're by yourself, you cannot show cowardice. You have to do what you got to do because it will come back. These dudes will be like, "I caught this fool slipping. He ranked out. This fool's a bitch. Fuck this fool." And then they will say that to a girl. That girl's a hood rat. She goes to different neighborhoods. She tells a bunch of people. It will get back and be like, "Hey, I heard you're over here, and these dudes did this, and you did this, and you didn't do shit." So that will right there would be an act of cowardice. You have a hood meeting. They'll jump you. It's called the tax. It's pretty much like a DP, what they call it DP nowadays. But in my days, we used to call it taxing.
Yeah.
You'll get beat up. You don't
Tagged
count
your
like in the
ass.
movies how they count one, two. We don't count. You just get beat up
You should
until
count.
no. You get beat up until
No,
you feel
you
like
should
it's
count.
done. You don't like the only ones that count like 18th Street. They count because it's a number game. 19th Street they count because it's a number game. 21st they count because it's a number game. My hood's not a number, so we don't count. You just get beat up 2, 3 minutes until you look like you're beat up enough and you got the message. Anyways, so I was by myself when this happened driving. I go to investigate and I roll up on like uh like the dude's on the corner, standing on the corner by himself, and I'm by myself in my car. I roll up on him. I don't have no weapons or nothing with me, so I go to get out just to like fake like this is scrap, hand on hand combat, just boom, 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 just fight real quick and then jump in my car and leave. That was my plan. When I go to get out my car, I go to do that thing with my head because I'm a bigger guy, and I just hear a bullet whiz by my head. He shot at me. Boom! And I fucking just closed the door and booked off. And
Damn, you got lucky.
I hit the corner, and as I go to hit the other corner, the cops are turning in to go that way. But they did not hit the shot because it was with a 22, and those don't make that much noise. So when they turn the corner and I go to hit the other corner, I see that's a cop. So I'm at a stop sign. So I stop because I don't want to get pulled over. And those cops looked at me and they kind of dogged me, but they waved at me, but they did that like kind of like an intimidating wave, like "Hey, we see you" type wave.
Yeah,
And I kind of just looked at them, and they kept going, and I dipped. Boom! I took
cocksuckers.
off. But that shit was fucking close, bro. It passed right by my ear.
Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, I've been in a lot of situations like that where I should have been shot, but it never happened. But I know of guys that were smaller than me that got shot. I know other guy that were hanging out.
This
He
guy's
was waiting
down
for
Trump in the hood.
he was waiting for his bong. So we were smoking. It's back when I was a kid and I still smoked weed, and we were smoking weed. We used his bong, bro, and he was waiting for it. It's like some people like you let them borrow something, but they want it back right away. They can't wait. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about? Well, he was one of those, bro. So we're like, let's let us borrow your bong. Give us like an hour, bro. He lived down the street from where we were at, so he goes down the street. 45 minutes later, he comes back up. He goes, "Let's wait for." We said like an hour, bro. So like just to be dicks, we waited like the other 15 minutes. But within that 15 minutes, something had happened before earlier that day. This is like probably 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. And where we're at in my hood is a corner. I passed by that corner before on your show, and remember I always say, "Look, there's Kobe at that liquor store."
yeah,
Well, we're at that liquor store. So that liquor store is one of those stores that has a store on the bottom and an apartment on top. We knew the person that lived at the apartment, so we would go upstairs and duck down so the cops wouldn't see us on the corner, and we would do whatever we were doing, smoking weed, cleaning guns, whatever we were doing. Sometimes we would just sit there because there was a lot of cops and we were all minors. So in California, 10 o'clock's curfew. They could take you to the police station and have your mom pick you up, and that's a violation of probation. So if you get a lot of those, they could take you back to juvenile hall for like 6 months. So
They got a
to us,
curfew in
it's not worth it, you
California.
know.
you gotta
So
have curfew for these badass motherfuckers, man.
You gotta. Well, you said
so
they have a curfew in California.
yeah, 10 o'clock for minors.
Everybody's
Oh,
in a
for
gang out
minors.
there, man.
Yeah. So I was like I said, I'm a little kid at this time. I started hanging out when I was 11, 10, 11 years old, bro. Anyway, so we're hanging out. I'm probably like 16 at this time. Anyways, we're on top of on the apartment part of the store. We're fucking smoking weed, just fucking making this dude wait longer. And all of a sudden, a truck comes. And like I said, I showed you on the show that liquor store was located. It's a four-way stop, bro. Okay, it's that a truck stops at the stop sign, bro. And like this shit is gonna sound so fake, but it fucking really happened, dog. Okay, it's gonna sound fake, bro. It's gonna sound like some movie shit, bro. But it really fucking happened, bro. Allegedly, maybe I'm probably lying, but anyways, these fools from this rival hood, bro, they came fucking tough, dude. There was a truck, right? Like a two-seater flatbed truck, right? Not flatbed, but like those Gardner trucks, right? So there's two
Yeah,
fools in the front. They're both armed, bro. They both get out. They start fucking busting. Boom, 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 boom. There's two dudes laying down in the back seat, bro. One of those dudes has two weapons in his hand, and the other one has one. They jump up out the truck. Boom, 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 boom. There's a corner house right there. That was my homeboy's house, bro. Like that's known as like a gang hangout house, even though it's really just the homeboy's house. They lit up his house fucking ugly, bro. Like ugly, 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 bro. And out of all those fucking bullets, only one person got shot, and it was a dude waiting for his bong, bro. He got shot in the
Wow.
leg. He must
Wow.
have shot like probably like maybe like 70 rounds, bro, at that house.
shit.
Out of
My
all four
friend,
of those fools. And you know what's fucked up too? Well, not fucked up, but like ironic, funny to me. They fucking go to leave, bro. They go and they bust a bitch in the middle of the that kind of like intersection thing. They bust a bitch and go back towards Anaheim because they were from Anaheim allegedly, and their fucking car breaks, bro, right there on that same street. The cops
oh
get them.
shit.
Shit.
Do you guys
They got them.
retaliate?
Yeah.
You
I don't
guys
know if they
didn't
got all of them
retaliate?
because we're by the. I don't know if they got all of them because we booked it after that happened, bro. But I know they got at least two of them allegedly.
Maybe.
I'm probably lying,
Probably are live, motherfuckers.
but yeah,
Yeah,
bro. That's that shit. Like it was just so ironic that they came like that, bro. And yeah, they got caught. And the reason, like, yeah, bro, it's just like I said, a lot of shit like that happened. And I'm just blessed that I had nothing bad really happen to me. Like the worst thing that really happened to me is when I got cut. Really, and even that, I don't even think of it as that bad.
where did you get caught?
I got cut on my face and my neck, the
Oh,
back of my neck, with a box cutter.
yeah, yeah. I used to carry little box cutter in my pocket.
I used to carry a buck knife in my back pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I used to slash people in the face when they got close. But,
You used to get buck fifties?
yeah, I used to come, like they thought I was gonna slap them, but I had a razor,
Damn.
and they would cry. They would cry like little bitches because they got a little cut on the cheek. You know.
I mean,
But a
must have had
friend
a
of mine, they
dull
tried.
blade. Because when I got cut with a box cutter, I didn't feel it. I didn't even know I got cut. Because
Yeah,
the blades are so fine, you don't feel it.
I cut a black guy. This guy was bigger than me. I knew he was gonna kick my ass, and I had a box cutter in my hand. He didn't see it, but I had the blade like on the tip of my index finger, and I sliced him in the face, and the guy cried like a little bitch, you know. And yeah, for some reason, black guys they cry. I mean, they get paranoid when they start bleeding. I swear to God,
Yeah.
and I learned that a long time ago. You know. But a friend of mine, they tried to kill him, and somebody shot. I think it was a 22 or a 25. They shot him in the head, in the eyebrow. It went in from the eyebrow. It grazed all the way inside or underneath the skin, and came out through the back. You know,
So it whizzed
he
around his whole fucking cranium.
and then yeah, he's got a scar from his eyebrow all the way to the back of the.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Sometimes
Yeah,
people get shot in the head and they live. I have a homeboy that has a bullet in his temple still. He lived.
Jeez.
He
yeah,
was hanging out the window yelling at a rival, and that fool domed him in the head,
yeah. My friend,
allegedly.
he got revenge. He got the gun.
And he was like probably like 17 when that happened. He's older than me. He's like 50 now. But they and when he was in surgery, I guess they said if they took that out, the bullet out, that he will die. So they left it in there. They said, "Well, let's see if what happens if we leave it in there, and then if he survives, then he survives." And they left it in there, and he got healthy. He made it. It didn't get infected. It didn't do nothing to his bones. Like I guess sometimes if you leave foreign objects in in your head or in your body somewhere, that'll do
Yes,
something or get
yes. They
infected. I don't know what it
reject it.
does, but
They
his
reject it.
body,
Yeah,
like just accepted everything, and he lived, and he's good, bro. He's actually doing real good. I'm proud of him, bro.
yeah.
Cause like
Because
I get,
sometimes the lead poisons everything, but if
yeah,
it's like a brass tip, whatever,
because I
usually
had another homeboy that got shot. He got shot in the belly 4 times, and he survived the gunshot wound, but he got sepsis and died from that.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
You
and they
poison
also
your own
too the
blood.
reason why, but it was kind of his fault, bro. And because he was a real bad alcoholic, and when he got sepsis, they gave him antibiotics to combat the sepsis, but he kept drinking, and when you drink with antibiotics, the alcohol kills the antibiotic, and it will not
Yeah.
work. And so that's how he passed, bro. And I
You,
think it was a
you,
really
you,
good friend of mine, and it fucking that shit was sad to me. Like we're very sad. Like sometimes when some homies die, it's always sad when they die, but some always hit
yeah,
you a little bit harder than others, bro.
yeah, yeah.
Man, that one it really like it fucked me up, bro. It fucked me up a lot. He
You,
was a like one of my best friends, bro.
Yeah,
And it was just
I
sad
know
to
that
see like
feeling.
that. It's just sad to see him go like that, bro. And but it was like it was kind of a brave thing what he did. The reason why and everything. I'm not gonna get into it, but the reason why and everything, it was just it was the situation. It was a brave thing, bro. And I'm happy that he went out his way. If you knew him, you would understand what I mean. But yeah, like I said, some people they get shot in the head and they'll survive it. Some people don't, and then some people get shot like in stupid places and they die.
I know
Like
people that died from just falling on the ground, hitting their head on the curb.
yeah,
Yeah,
like also too
That
really
shit
really
too.
old people die from that, from falling down the steps and shit.
yeah.
You just never know, bro.
No.
I lost a
You'll
lot of
never
friends.
know. You gotta be blessed for all your blessings, bro, and be happy. And even no matter how bad you got it, bro, you can always have it worse. Because there's some asshole out there wishing he had what you have. He would be
Yeah.
jealous and envious of what you have, bro.
No, it's true.
Yeah,
But anyways, but yeah, I was jumping on too to say about Tupac because you were talking about Tupac earlier about how he's whatever the rags, the tattoos, and he wasn't wearing that until he came to California, bro. You know that California gang culture influenced Tupac, bro. That's where the rags came from. That's where the tattoos came from. He didn't start wearing a rag until he came to Oakland, bro. Look at all of his stuff before he came to Oakland. Brenda has a baby, no rag. He was always dressed in East Coast style because he was New York still. New York or Baltimore, wherever he was at. He was still on the East Coast, bro. Then when he came to Oakland, all that shit changed. When he got with Digital Underground, all that shit changed, bro.
You got it confused about the third lie.
I
You don't
probably
remember
do
how the
because
third lie.
I don't really know too much about him. Even though he's supposed to be this like California guy,
Well,
I
he
don't
was
know too
always
much
he
about him,
was in
bro.
Oakland. He was representing Oakland, motherfucker, Old Town,
Yeah, but
right?
I don't get that how he
That was
goes
before
from.
his career started. He was already in Old Town, boy.
But
Third lie.
he didn't get like that until he came over. Because even in the movie, when he was in that fucking look at the haircut that he had in that picture when in real life when he was at that school. Remember in the movie he was at that performance art school when he was wearing a
Yeah,
tutu.
that was the
He had the
style back
flat. He
then.
had the haircut from Juice, bro.
Yeah, that was the
They weren't
style in
doing
the
that over
'80s.
here. They were Jerry curling it over here, bro.
No, in the late '80s, he moved to fucking Oakland, California, motherfucker.
If he was really like Californian out, he would have had a Jerry curl when he had hair.
Nah, he wasn't
Jerry
with that
Curl.
Jerry Curl bullshit.
Then he wasn't with that West Coast shit.
He was on some revolutionary knowledge shit.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, when he came, I think the way he was California influenced him. The gang culture influenced him. He came
Yeah,
from different states, came to California, and wanted to be from an LA gang, bro. The LA gang didn't
Yeah,
choose
he
him.
wanted to
He
be a
chose up
gang.
with the gang, bro.
Yeah, but he was no gang member.
he didn't want to be. He became. He was
He
jumped into
saw
the
it.
set.
He saw it hanging out with Death Row. He saw how gang culture is and fell in love with it, which most people do when they come around real gang members. When you come around real gang members and you see how it is, the camaraderie, the crazy shit you get into, the chicks that jock, the money, the drugs, the nice cars, all that shit, you want to be from it. You want to. It's like glamorous, bro. But then when you
Yeah,
really
but
start living that life, when you become like you're full
that,
fledged and or even to just being living there in a certain gang area and growing up there and seeing everything is really not what you think. It's only from people that see it from the outside think it's like this like oh shit thing, you know, like and then
nightmare.
I imagine it's the same thing with the mob in New York, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I, I used to see it all the time. You know, guys, young teenagers wanted to hang out with, with me and certain guys because I used to hang out around certain people, and they wanted to be gangsters. They wanted to be, but it didn't have it. They didn't have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
It's
shit's intoxicating,
you
bro, when they
can't
don't
you
have
can't
it.
just hang out with gangsters and think you're a gangster yourself. You have to do stuff. So you got to
Well,
prove
Yeah, like
yourself. Yeah.
it's just like people see it, they want to do it, and then when it's time to do it, and they
They're
really
checking out.
understand everything, it's like fuck, bro. Like
Yeah.
sometimes, like I've had people that used to want to be from a hood and shit, and they would start hanging out, and like you don't, you like I don't know how it is, like I don't know, but with us, you have to hang out for a certain period of time so you get to know everybody. We see if you have heart. We see if you can handle your shit. Like you hang out for like a good like year or two before talks are even talked about. Hey, should we just put this one on the set? You know, I mean, some people hang out for only a couple months, but they're so badass. It's like, how can we pass this dude up? You know, some people
Yeah,
are just with the shit. Some people just take to it like a fish in water, bro. But some of them, they have to like warm up to it. You know what I mean? So like they'll hang out for like a year or two, then we start liking them, and then he starts getting into shit, and then he starts liking the lifestyle more, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, we're at a meeting, we get the vote, we vote him in, he gets jumped on the set, and that's how it is, bro. But I've had people that try to do that process, and halfway through that process, and they start seeing the shit, they move away, bro. They just leave. They go
Yeah, they're
live with
scared.
they just go.
Yeah,
They live with their aunt in Palm Springs or whatever. They move somewhere far.
yeah.
Like I heard of a. I
Well,
know a dude. So what's up?
yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you the situation that happened with me. So there was a time I was hanging out with this guy, Joe Lafort. So this Albanian guy came to him. He needed help, and he ran a asbestos company. So they had Albanians, doing demolition. When they demolished it, and they were hard workers. So this other guy, so he was a subcontractor. So the other guy that gave the contract was another Albanian. So Joe told me, "Oh, go see this guy and bring Frank with you." Frank was a big dude, right? Never
hmm,
saw him fight, but he was intimidating. And we took this guy Mark with us. Mark, his uncle, did time for the Pizza Connection. He did like
okay,
20 something years in the jail. So we go to this guy's place and we're arguing because I don't want. He was an older fella. I don't want to hit him. So Frank hits him in the stomach and he goes down. Right. The next thing I see a hand go through a door and it's his younger brother. Now the younger brother starts pushing up, punching us. We're punching back. Come to find out, the motherfucker's a boxer. He whipped all of us, our asses. He pushes me. I fall down on the ground. Frank is fighting him. Marcus, he knocks Frank to the ground. I get up. I start punching him. It was an embarrassment. Somebody called the cops, and if it wasn't for the cops, we would have got our ass kicked. So we go back to the club, and Joel says, you guys got your ass kicked, right?" I said, "No, no, we handled it pretty good." They said, "Don't lie to me," because I already got the phone call. You know what I mean? And then the guy came up with the money. But we got
yeah,
we
so
got our ass kicked for one guy. One guy kicked
yeah,
almost. Yeah.
that
He was a
happens sometimes,
boxer.
bro. Like
Yeah.
a lot of Mexican people over here, like because we're yeah, like a lot of Mexican people are in boxing because there's in a lot of the gang areas they have the Boys and Girls Club and you can learn how to box there, bro. So there's a lot of people that are like not a lot, but like there's a fair amount of people that know how to box, bro. Like they're Golden Gloves and shit, bro. And then
Yeah.
sometimes you go fucking score up with a rival dude, and he's a fucking Golden Gloves boxer, and he ends up
Yeah.
with fucking all kinds of black guys and bruises and
Yeah.
shit. That's just I think that's just funny. Like when I get beat up, I think it's funny, bro. Because
Usually
I
I
look at
never
it
get.
as I look at it as I had it coming, bro. Like because there's somewhere down the line I did something, bro, that was pretty bad, and this is just my turn. You're gonna get a turn, bro. In this lifestyle, bro, you're gonna get a turn. Something's gonna come back. The streets have a long memory, bro, and they remember you definitely, bro. And if you've
Yeah.
done something to someone bad, bro, it's gonna come back in one way, shape, or form, bro. It may not be that
That's
fool,
right.
bro. It may not be that
Yeah.
fool that you caught him sleeping at the swamp meet, bro. But it's gonna be somebody, dog. And it may not even be a person from their hood, bro. It may be a whole situation, but you'll get beat up. You'll get shot at. You'll get cut in the face. Something bad's gonna happen, bro. But when something bad usually happens to me, I always have a good sense of humor, and I usually just laugh it off, bro. There's very, very few times when I get mad. And when I get mad, that's like just like with anybody. When I get infuriated and mad, bro, that's yeah, those yeah.
I got
But
embarrassed. That's
usually
what happened to me, bro.
I usually
One guy
collapse it
kicked
off,
all
bro.
three of our asses, bro.
No, because so
You
with
know.
us, bro, as long as you have the heart to fight, bro, that's
Oh,
what
I
it's
was
about.
getting up. I was getting up and swinging, hitting. But he was taking the punches left and right. You
Yeah.
know,
Some
because
people
when
can
I
take
first
some
saw him, when
punches.
he came through the door, the motherfucker had a scar underneath his nose all the way down to. I mean, he was all scarred up. I said to myself, "Oh shit, now we're in trouble." But I didn't know he was a boxer, bro. He fucking kicked her out.
Yeah, that's just yeah, that's happened to me a couple times, bro. But then
Yeah,
also too, sometimes I just get beat up by fools that weren't boxers, bro. They just get that lucky punch sometimes, bro. I
and
remember one
lucky,
time I
lucky
got
we,
fucking knocked on my ass by some fool. I wasn't even looking at him, bro. I was looking. He hit me from the side, and I just fell. Bam! And
yeah.
I just looked. And I was like on the floor. I was like, "What the fuck, bro? How did I end up on the floor?"
The guy was lucky that I didn't have my piece with me because because we were told don't bring no weapon, whatever.
Yeah,
You just gotta scare him, and then this guy shows up, comes out the door, and it's his little brother, younger brother, whatever. I would have shot the guy right away. I don't care. That's how I was.
yeah. But
Yeah.
Gunsmoke, what are you doing, bro?
Motherfucker.
What are you doing? Nap time or what?
I was listening.
It,
Yeah, I could tell.
Naima, we got a girl that's from California at our job, and I mean she's a lesbian. I mean she's like,
Fucking
and
lesbian.
yeah, she was. I think she was a gang member because she came from Compton, whatever in California.
City of Compton. Yeah, you know about that shit, boy.
Yeah, you know about that, right?
You better
What's called?
recognize. No, he can't
Yeah.
go to Compton. I try to get him to go. He said he's gonna get smoked out there by the
No, I
Yeah,
said
mob.
I
she
won't go
she's
to
from
Compton
there. I
because they're
said,
gonna get me smoked, bro. I'm not from there, bro. I go over there sometimes. I
You
used
can't
to
ride
go
through the
over there,
mob, man.
but I won't. Like if I go over there and they hit me up, we have beef with the one hood out in Compton,
You
bro.
can't go to Greenleaf.
And I can go anywhere I want. I just choose not to go, bro, because yeah, I don't put myself in situations where I'm gonna get shot, bro.
On Pyro.
Like I go to Compton. I've been to Compton. Like yeah, I've hung out in Compton, but like
You can't
I
go to the
don't.
swap meets.
I'm just like the way it is over here. You just can't just go anywhere you want when you're a gang member, bro. That's just
yeah, I,
you can't move like that, bro. Because like
Tupac
you can
Shakur
go to
did.
you can because he wasn't a gang member, bro.
Yes, he was. He was MOB the real motherfucking Bloods. He was jumped in personally by Heron, Buntree, and
Uh,
Neckbone.
when Mob James says he was, I will believe it.
Mob James wasn't even around by that time. He was just harassing Suge to get a check.
Like I
He wasn't even
said,
around Death
Mob
Row at the
James
time. I
said,
didn't
because
even know
Mob
Tupac
James is an
Shakur.
OG from there.
Oh,
OG
I got a lot of respect for
MOB
Mob James. Yeah, I know.
Looters Park blood, bro. And
Yeah,
I will
MOB the real
believe it,
Blood.
bro, when he
Yeah.
says it. And
Oh
I've
no, yeah.
never heard him
We
say
love
that.
Mob
I've heard him
James.
deny it. I've
I
heard him
spoke to
deny
Mob
it.
James. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you say?
I asked him about his brother Buntree. I forgot what he said though, but I went on Bomb First channel
Oh, he
and
did?
I got to speak to Reggie and Mob James on the
Reggie.
show.
You know what? Reggie, I listened to Reggie on a podcast one time, and the hood that we have shit with in Compton, he shot a dude from there. He said the first gang member he shot was from that hood, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. But anyways, my phone's about to die, bro. I'm gonna
Goddamn.
jump off. I just wanted to jump on to bust your balls about fucking Tupac, bro.
Yeah, well, he was really MOB the real Bloods and he died for it.
And also too that book he read, Niccolo
Nikola
Machiavelli's
Tesla.
The Prince. Those
Uh
books are
huh.
utilized in prison to make power moves, bro. There's another book called The 52 Laws of Power. There's another book called Sons of the Art of War. They read a lot of Eastern philosophy books, Confucius. They read
Confucius say.
yeah, they just read a lot of strategy books about business strategies, war strategies, all this shit,
Tupac
bro.
Shakur.
Where they read those like army guerrilla books to learn how to fucking you could turn poop into a fucking shotgun somehow or whatever, like
Yeah,
books like that. They
a shit gun.
they read all that shit in prison, bro. So like that book, Nikola Tesla's. I mean, I keep saying Tesla, Niccolo Machiavelli, his book, bro. That's like a really popular book in the prison system, bro. So him being in prison and reading that, yeah, I can see that.
And then calling himself Machiavelli the Dawn.
But anyways, you all
Hold on,
y'all
hold
have a
on,
good night.
hold
But
on. Nita Baby came in here. She says she wants to ask you a question.
what's up?
Did you ever hear of that Raza rapper, Money Sign Suede?
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead?
Yeah, they killed him in the LA County Jail.
I kind of remember this.
I'm pretty sure they killed. I'm pretty sure it was him that they killed. I could be wrong, bro, because I don't listen to Mexican rap.
What about that other guy they're trying to kill right now? You heard about that?
Oh, what you call it? Swifty Blue.
Swifty Blue, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about that situation. I just know that some people say it wasn't his fault that those indictments came down on this certain Southern California organization, and some people say he ratted. I don't know. Wasn't there. Not my situation. He's not from my hood. He's from Paramount.
Yeah,
He's from LA. I'm from Orange County, so that's not my business to talk about.
yeah.
And
We ain't gonna be
whatever
talking about
happens to
that
him,
neither.
but if he's a rat, he gets
Yeah.
everything was coming to him. And if he's an innocent bystander, I feel sorry for him, bro. But if he did do what they're saying, like he ratted and stuff, then fuck him. He has what's coming to him, bro. No one's bigger than the program.
Why'd they kill Moneybag Suede in the
I don't know. I'm not from
shower?
LA. I'm not from LA, so I don't know none of that stuff.
All right.
So like the way like it is out here, everyone like you'll hear gossip, bro, like from other different hoods or whatever. But if it's not really like about your hood or like about like your county or anything, you kind of just you don't talk about it because that's frowned upon. A member should always conduct himself in the highest standard and professionalism that he can at all times, bro.
That's right, boy.
You control
Professionalism.
you control your character. You control the way your emotions, the way you speak. Like yeah, you take off when you take flight when you have to. You can even if it's not the right time, you hold back. If you can't do it at that moment because there's family and stuff around, you got to be respectful. Just the whole thing, and like I said, with the other neighborhoods and stuff like that, I will not talk about them because, like I said, it's not my business to talk about. But I know allegedly, supposedly, if it's the right dude I'm thinking of, they killed him in the LA County Jail, bro. I don't know why though. Like I said, I don't even really listen to Mexican rap. There's two songs that I listen to. One is a rapper named Conejo, and the song that I listen to of him is called "The Devil's Inside." It's a really good song. I like it. And then one more other song I listen to is by a Mexican rapper named Toker from a group called Brownside. He has a song called "Gang Related." I like the way it sounds. Other than that, I don't listen to it. Everything else I listen to is
Yeah.
like '90s era Bay Area gangster rap, like E40, Be Legit, Spice One, Too
Yeah.
Short, Mac Mall, and Banks, stuff like that. Messy Marv, Garcia Vega, no, this is stuff like that.
Old school West Coast shit. I be listening to
Hey,
that shit too.
Nightmare.
Yeah, and then I listen to like funk music, like Bar Case, Parliament, George Clinton,
Yeah,
stuff
old
like
school
that.
shit. Me too. Yeah.
Hey, Nightmare. What's up,
Uh,
Danny Tree? The
that
actor.
yeah,
What
Trejo.
gang? Trejo. Yeah. What gang is he from?
Pacoima.
Okay, is that Mexican gang?
Pacoima Pyru. Two P's and a
Yeah.
B.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's he's Mexican, bro.
Remember
Well,
when
but
I think it was from
I don't
Pacoima.
know how it works in LA, so I guess I mean everybody's Mexican in the gang, but
But he's from, I think allegedly maybe he's from Pacoima Threse, but I know he's from Pacoima, and I know that he was really with the business. He was in prison for a long time. He was really really about his shit. He knew a lot of big dudes in our thing, and
West Side Rolling.
he was a real dude, bro. He's not just an actor, you know.
yeah, somebody took a good liking to him and gave him a chance to change his life. Yeah.
Yeah, he was on death row, and he for assault. So they used to have these baseball games in Folsom Prison back in the days, and they would bring in civilians from outside to play the inmates, and you weren't allowed to touch the civilians that were free. If you assaulted them in any way, it was a a death penalty offense back then in the '60s when he
Wow.
did it, and they threw a rock at one of the civilians because he was mouthing off to the inmates. So they threw a rock at him, and he got caught, and he was on death row fighting it, and he prayed to Jesus Christ, saying, "Jesus, if you let when I die, if you just give me dignity upon my death, and I will worship you every day until that day. Please just give me dignity when I'm in the chair or and lethal injection or whatever they had back then." And he did that prayer, and it came back that nobody told, because back then nobody told. People tell all the time now, but back then nobody told, and the charges got dropped, and he ended up getting out when he was supposed to get out, and he kept his promise to God and turned Christian and kicked heroin and got into helping people. What's it called when you help people rehabilitation centers and
Yeah.
helped a lot of people get sober and stuff
He
like that.
he's
And he became a sponsor, and one of the people he was sponsoring was an actor, and that's how he got into acting.
yeah.
And the first
He said
movie he
he's
did was a movie called Runaway Train
runaway train. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
with Robert
He said
something.
that he wanted to be like his uncle because his uncle was
Yeah,
a gang member also,
yeah,
selling drugs and all that stuff.
yeah. And his
He
uncle
wanted to
Gilbert.
impress his uncle. Yeah,
Yeah, his uncle Gilbert. He even named his first son Gilbert after his uncle Gilbert.
yeah. He
Yeah.
liked his uncle over his father for some reason.
Oh yeah, his father. A lot of people that grew up with abusive fathers, they look for another male role model because they can't communicate with their father because he's. Why are you gonna talk to him when you're eventually gonna say the wrong thing and he's gonna beat the shit out of you?
Yeah.
But anyways, my phone's dying.
Yeah.
Nice talking, Carmine. Nice talking to you
All right,
always.
man.
Gunsmoke, wake
Thank
up.
you, Nightmare.
It's time to host. Time to get back in there. Take the little boogers out your eyes in the corners right there.
Wipe the
Do
cold out my eye.
do the like the what is it? The radio DJs think. Clear your
Yeah.
throat. Let's get busy, bro. I'll be in the chat, all right? I'm gonna
All
put my
right,
phone on
brother.
charge.
Shouts to the
All right,
West Side.
everybody in
West
the
Side
chat,
rolling.
thanks for listening to me. Thanks for my
Yeah.
rants. I hope I didn't bore you too much.
No, you no. You oh god damn it.
Yeah. He's a cool guy, man.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. Yo, that gang life is it's like we look at it from the outside, but that gang life, I mean, they're into it to the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's different. It's like a different country out there in California.
Yeah, because they're some guys are born into it, like like their fathers are gang members, their uncles are gang members, and they become gang members. Their cousins are gang members, so it's like a family. Uh,
Yeah.
it's all it basically it's a culture. You know what I mean? So, but in California, like I said, I was asking him, I don't know if everybody in the gang is Mexican. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Hillside 13, puto.
Yeah. Oye, Pato, yo, homie, what your homie doing around here,
Everything is full now. Yo, what up, fool?
Yeah, what's up, fool? You homie? That's
If I was some asshole, I'd be like, hey, who you calling a fool? Tony Buick boy.
Hey,
Hey,
mate. Hey, what's up, mate?
Oh no, he
come!
doesn't sound happy. Are you
I'm not
okay?
well. Yeah.
Where are you?
Hey,
In
I'm not
Philippines?
well. I'm not well at all, mate. What a
He
night
felt
What?
last night.
he landed.
What a night.
Yeah.
What a night
What?
last night.
What happened?
Oh boy,
Don't
I don't know if you
ask.
want to know. Yeah, don't ask.
Ah,
The chat
You got
knows what's
laid?
up. Oh,
You
he
got
got
laid
laid all
with Kim?
right.
You got laid with
he,
Kim?
uh,
Ken,
uh,
Ken,
we,
Chuck
we,
Ken.
we both we
Last
both
name's
laid
funny.
pipe. We both laid pipe on each other.
Oh Jesus. Oh look, he's got the baby oil. Look.
He left his bottle.
Damn,
He
what
or
is
she
that?
left his
Moonshine?
little bottle here.
What the fuck is that?
Well,
Moonshine?
I need
Baby oil.
Barocca.
Oh shit,
Honestly,
What is that?
honestly, I
Dildo?
need
that's a
Barocca.
dildo.
I'm fucked.
Butt plug. What was that?
Yeah.
Kinky
But
shit.
but on a serious side, I'm not well. Yeah, I
He
really
just
am
had
not well.
But
he
Uh,
just had a
what?
feeding tube
But
removed.
yeah, but explain what happened.
yeah.
Yeah. Carmine wants to hear the details.
Yeah, I mean, what
Carmen,
happened? You hooked up with Kim, Ken, whatever his name was.
Kenny,
Ken Kim.
Kenny was a good time. He sang karaoke on my
Okay.
microphone. Then didn't realise I like it one way. Me giving the cock, not receiving, demanded, and had a tantrum. Wanted the, and I said, no, off you go. And he threw a tantrum. He left his little water bottle here. He said, all right, can I use this then? I said, fuck off.
They're very irrational, you know. They always throw tantrums and shit. You know? Make a
Yeah.
scene.
Uh,
I'm
no, but
sorry to hear that, Tony.
seriously, hey, I thought I'd give you a laugh. Now, I haven't been well since I woke up this morning. I honestly woke up with a splitting
But
headache.
what did
Yeah.
you eat last night? You eat fish?
Ah, no, I had a little. I went and had a little bento box, a Japanese one. Now there was a little bit of like shredded little beef, but you know how the ones where it doesn't look fully cooked, they're like very
No,
lightly cooked.
no.
And I think I'm not going to blame it on there. I don't know, but something it didn't affect me last night. Put it this way: I woke up this. Wait, let me just. Let's evident. I woke up this morning. I couldn't digest. You know, when you wake up in the morning, you should have digested. No, it was heavy on the stomach. I hadn't digested a bit, and then I sort of like waited. I was heating up. I was sweating. The
Acid
aircon. I had
indigestion.
to. Yeah,
Yep. It doesn't.
yeah,
It
and I
doesn't take
vomited.
much if you had a bad. Let's say the meat was bad. It doesn't take much to get food poisoning. So
Yeah, it could be that I reckon, or the other one is I came back sweated up because I was out, and then when I got into my room, I had the aircon. I should have lowered it before leaving the room, but I had it full blast. And that first 10 minutes, if you don't get onto it, switch it off quick, it can come back to bite you, or it can come back to haunt you.
yeah.
And I think that's what happened because I got a headache. I've been sweating in and out like a
Well, you're doing a
mini
lot of
freezer.
Yeah.
traveling too.
That's food poisoning. So you should
Right?
drink.
You
You
reckon?
should drink.
Yeah, you
You,
reckon?
sh- you should drink a little
Yeah.
ginger ale.
Okay.
And
And
stay away from people out there. You get too
this
close
is
to
this
people.
is what I got. I went and got one of these, which is like it's called what's it called? Bioflu. I know it's not for flu, but just something for hot. When you're overheated, it's
You
a
need
bit like a
Bravado.
car engine. You can
Yeah,
overheat yourself. And
yeah.
I took one of these, and I haven't even hardly left the room only once, just to go around the corner to a pharmacy. I really am. I don't know how I'm even talking to you, so I
Yeah, but
won't. I won't stay on. But
you need to take a nice shower. It'll calm everything
yeah,
down too.
I did, and that's what What I saw you went on about 2 hours ago, and I could not do anything. I was feeling really low energy, really
Yeah.
stuffed. And you took the words out of my mouth, Carmen. I had a shower, a warmish shower about 15 minutes ago, and that's what's made me able to do 10 minutes just to report in that,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm still alive.
take a shower every few hours.
Yeah,
Uh,
I reckon that's a
yeah,
good idea. A good
yeah.
idea. Yeah.
Take a
All
steamy
right.
one too. Steamy one.
Yeah, yeah. No, that really helped me. I
Yeah.
sweated that out in the shower, and when I got out, I felt I feel pretty good for I think an hour, and then probably in an hour it'll get me down again. But I'll keep doing that.
You
Every
should
couple of
drink.
hours.
You should drink like a soda, like a ginger ale, something. A
Yeah,
clear
you know what
soda,
I got from
not
yeah.
Coca Cola, just a clear
No,
soda.
I ordered this from downstairs from the kitchen. They brought me nice, cool, not frozen, not hot, just cool. Because I said, listen, I'm dying. I need something cool to put down my throat, and they brought me a nice cold bottle here. And yeah, listen, I'm going to get off because I can feel it. My head's starting to really
Yeah.
It's throbbing because I'm talking too much. But
All right.
anyway,
Yeah.
guys, I thought I'd give you a
All
joke.
right.
I thought I'd let you know Kenny ruined me.
Yeah, that's
He
what it
got
sounds like.
excited.
Yeah.
You need some
He bent
penicillin.
me over the mirror. He bent me
You
over
gotta
the
stay.
mirror, Smoke.
You woke
You
up
gotta
with
stay.
Yeah, all
syphilis.
right. Good
Yeah.
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. Feel
Ta-ta.
better. Feel
Feel
better.
better.
Farewell.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
hope he
You gotta.
feels better.
He's gotta stay away from that meat. You know.
Yeah, well,
That's
that's
what
an
probably got
understatement.
him sick. Huh?
Yeah, that meat from Ken, all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you wake up
Probably
with
ate a dog.
syphilis, huh?
Probably ate a
Probably ate a
dog.
dog. Probably did.
Yeah.
He's around there traveling. Yeah.
If it's barking in the stomach, it's a dog.
Well, he couldn't digest it.
Yeah. Because it's you know
That must
that's
suck.
what they eat out there. They eat dogs and cats. I mean, you don't know what kind of meat it
Yeah,
is.
bento box from over there.
Yeah. When your
Wake up
body's
with
not used to
heartburn.
something, it rejects it. So.
Yeah, he's doing all that traveling too. You get sick with all that traveling
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
of course. Yeah. But if you take a shower every 3 hours, like a
Get the
steamy
funk
shower,
off you. Yeah,
it just it, and then you cool down after the shower, but the steam you inhale it, it just cleans everything out, your lungs, everything. So
I'm surprised they have indoor plumbing over there. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Bathing in filth he is. Bathing in filth. God knows where that water comes from out there. Probably some
yeah,
shithole with sludge and trash in it. I don't know. They say there's nothing like New York water. You get the
you
best
know,
distilleries in the world. Put
what New
fluoride and a
York?
whole bunch of chemicals in that shit. Yeah.
No, you know those big tanks, they're on the buildings. You know they to create
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
pressure.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Those I'm a friend of mine that does that. He, he works for a company. They build that shit. A lot of sickness comes from that water. That's
It just
stale
sits up
water.
there. Yeah.
It just sits up there. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. That's why
Disgusting.
I would. You don't drink anything from the faucet. You know.
Nah. I hate assholes who do that too. They drink from the sink.
No. Yeah.
Savage.
Or for the hose. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
We
garden
used to do that
hose.
as kids though. I think I got drunk off of garden hose water one time as a kid. I was acting
It was
fucking delirious.
with the plastic, right?
There's the green hose with the fucking shit from the
Yeah,
field.
it smells. It smell that the
Yeah.
rubbery. Yeah,
And then all the kids was acting like we was drunk off that shit, that fucking hose water, boy.
yeah. That's what it is. You drinking in that chemical from that
Yeah.
hose because it heats up, and then whatever water is in there, and then you guys open the faucet,
We was
and you
probably
smell
drinking,
that shit. Yeah,
probably got amphetamines in that water and shit. Got the
yeah,
kids drinking that bullshit.
yeah. They got a while back. I was watching how they test the water, like bottled water. Fuji was like the most expensive water you can buy,
Fuji,
and it
yeah.
was the most dirtiest water there is.
Really?
Yes, if you go on YouTube, you'll see they compare spring what's it called?
Uh,
Poland
Spring,
Spring,
Poland Spring, yeah.
Poland Spring, whatever. And Fuji, they found microscopic paper.
Yeah.
There's paper
Microplastics.
floating in it. Yeah, and then they do a test. They got this chemical. They put the water in little plastic glasses and they put a drop of this acid. If it turns yellow, green, whatever, it tells you the level of the fluoride that's in it, all that stuff. And then certain companies use recycled bottles to put their water in.
Yeah.
So if you look on the bottom, there's a code, there's like a number to show. And what they do is they melt those old bottles and then they make new bottles out of old bottles. and it doesn't. All those chemicals come out, and then they fill the water in, and then when you go test the water is bad. So
That's disappointing, man.
yeah, Poland Spring is
$60 a
the
fucking
Po-
bottle, huh?
Poland Spring is the cleanest water.
It's good water.
Yeah, it's the cleanest
I
water.
always preferred Poland Spring anyway, but
Yeah,
Fiji was the expensive shit with the
yeah,
fancy bottle. I
and
thought
it and it
it was
was the
better.
most dirtiest. It's like
Wow.
drinking toilet water.
Well then, fuck that. I'm gonna stick with the
Yeah,
Poland Spring.
yeah, Poland Spring. That's what I said.
I hate those cheap companies that make like Nestle will make fucking water bottles.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
tastes like the
yeah.
lead in it or some shit. It's got like a
Right.
lead.
That's okay. Like Nestle, like you just mentioned, they use recycled bottles. There's a number on the bottom right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Everything just feels cheap.
Right. Poland doesn't have one. See?
Yeah. And Poland Spring got a decent cap. You buy a Nestle cap one, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Cap is like half the size. And it barely
Yeah.
even covers the motherfucker.
Yeah. Stuff like you buy Costco water.
Yeah, God knows where that comes from.
Yeah. I just get Poland Spring.
Yeah. Tried and trusted.
Yeah.
Think I need this agita?
So I got a friend of mine. He boils the water and then rebottles it.
Yeah. That kills all the germs.
Yeah, he's a real germ freak. He never gets sick, the son of a bitch.
That's a good and a bad thing. Sometimes you gotta get sick to build up your tolerance and shit to
No,
this.
but yeah, but he's very smart. He like,
Yeah.
he does weird stuff, but I never. All these years I know him, I never saw him sick. Never. He never said, "Oh, I got a fever. I'm throwing up." No, never.
Thank you, Gary. My man. $2 super sticker. I appreciate that, Gary.
Thank you, Gary.
And Dwayne says Perrier or nothing. He's with the fancy fucking water in a green bottle. The expensive shit.
Yeah.
Pellegrino
Well,
drinking water.
the glass bottles. Since you mentioned, if it's the glass bottles, that come from Italy, all that, that's clean water.
It
There's
better
no
be.
chemicals. Yeah, because sometimes I buy Italian water, so Pellegrino. So
Yeah. That's expensive shit.
no, it's not. No,
No?
it's not. No.
They make it look fancy. When you go to the restaurants, the fancy restaurants, they got the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
Pellegrino
It's
there.
not that much. It's not much. It's not that much. But it's in a glass bottle. You know,
I would
there's
never
no
open up those bottles. I'm like, I'm not paying for that shit. $10 a bottle? Fuck you.
$10 a bottle. What the fuck
I don't know. That's how I always looked at it. Big fancy green bottles sitting there like, what the
Nah, you
fuck?
could you could no, you can buy it at Costco. Buy it anywhere.
Motherfucker.
Yeah,
Thank you,
shop
Gary.
right.
Some fools say glass is worse than plastic. Well, they did a study. They said the glass got more fucking microplastics in it than in the fucking water bottles. They were expecting the
Uh,
opposite.
yeah, I don't know about that.
That's what they
I mean,
said. No, recent
glass is
study.
glass.
No, but
Glass
they
is
said,
glass.
well, it's got shit in it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the water they put in it, it's shit. But
Shove RFK Jr. up somebody's ass.
uh,
But yeah, who knows?
yeah, you gotta watch out now. Foods and everything. Look at me. I eat healthy. I don't eat junk food, and look what happened to me. You know?
Yeah.
So
Especially in the summertime, I'm iffy about eating like seafood and shit. Especially like on hot
I
days.
didn't.
Shit, I don't trust these motherfuckers.
No, I don't. I eat some flounder, some shrimp, but it's cooked very well. Salmon. I eat salmon. I put it. I don't
I
peel. I
hate
don't
salmon.
take. I love it. You just got to know how to make it. What I do, I take the salmon, I put it in the foil, aluminum foil,
Yeah,
and then I cut it a little bit. I season it, put some vegetables in it, a little honey, uh, What else I put in there? I put a whole bunch of stuff, and then I wrap it, and I put it in the aluminum pan. I put it in the oven, and let it cook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and
I can't do
I don't
that
like
shit.
peeling the skin because the skin, that's where all the fat is, and that's where all the flavor comes from.
Yeah.
You know, and when you start eating it, when it's cooked, it just falls apart. That's when you know it's cooked.
Well,
But I buy the ones they show on the ice, when you go to shop, right, whatever,
yeah.
that kind of salmon.
You buy the whole fucking thing, huh?
Yeah,
Big ass
I
motherfucker
love
with
it.
salmon.
I love it. Yeah,
You gotta season it like a fucking Caribbean style or some shit. I can't even eat
yeah,
that
yeah. You put
bullshit.
a little butter or olive oil, salt, a little bit of honey, put lemon in there, a piece of lemon, some vegetables, some corn, whatever, and then you wrap it up in aluminum and just put it in the pan. It cooks itself in that aluminum, steams it. You know,
Fucking salmon.
it's good for you. It's one of the best fish you can eat.
No, I know, I know. There's a lot of salmon
Omega
freaks
3.
out there. They love eating salmon, these motherfuckers. It's never my thing. I used to get disappointed. I don't like
Why?
salmon. I just don't like it, you know? I just don't like it.
You have bad experience or?
With the person who cooked it, you know?
Uh,
you
yeah,
know, forcing me to eat that shit. Like, I don't want to eat this shit. You gotta eat it to be polite, you know? But
yeah,
every fucking bite you take, it's just like, ugh.
yeah.
You know, depends how you. I guess I like fried fish bullshit, you know?
What, deep
But
fry or
yeah,
just
I
on?
guess, you know,
Yeah,
I'm not eating fish to be healthy, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Like
I'm
flounder.
not, yeah, I'm not a big fish guy.
Yeah,
I love
fish
seafood,
is.
but not really fish. Some depends how you cook the fish. If it's like some
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
Caribbean style shit, heavily seasoned, whatever, I
yeah,
could eat that shit.
yeah. Fish is very good for you, man.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
I don't do what's good for me.
I don't eat that much shrimp, but I love shrimp, but I try to stay away from it because of mercury. But you know, I love it. Sometimes I cook it and then with garlic and all that stuff, and I make pasta on the side, and then I throw the pasta in there, and I got shrimp with pasta with garlic.
Nice. Yeah, that's how you're
Yeah,
supposed to eat it, boy. Yeah,
yeah,
I do that shit sometimes too, man.
yeah,
Motherfucking garlic eating, boy.
yeah. So that like last weekend I did Italian sausages, right? So I boiled the water. I put the sausage in the boiling water. As soon as you see that foam come out, you take it out because all that shit comes out. And then I went to I put everything in the plate, and I took pancetta. You can use bacon. Pancetta is like Italian bacon, same thing. And you wrap it around the sausage, and then and I cooked it, on the barbecue, with the plate. I put a metal plate. I don't do it on the grill, but on the metal plate, like you do with hamburgers.
Yeah,
And you wrap the bacon around the sausage. It's unbelievable.
bacon
Yeah,
wrap sausage.
yeah, bacon wrap sausage.
I thought you were on a diet.
I eat everything. You know, I mean, I'm healthy. I eat healthy. I don't.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, I feel you, dog.
I don't go to Burger King. I don't go to Popeye Chicken or King Chicken in New York. I don't do that shit.
Popeye's got a new snack wrap that's not that bad. They got a
Yeah,
spicy
I don't.
chicken snack wrap.
I
Yeah,
stay away from that stuff because that chicken, it's been who knows how long it's been frozen. You don't
it's
know if the
definitely not
people that
healthy. Yeah,
you don't know if the people that work in there pissed in the fucking deep fryer. You don't know. I've seen so much shit on YouTube, but like it just turned me off.
yeah.
There was a black dude. He was pissing in the fucking fryer, and
Oh
then,
my
then
god,
yeah, dipping French fries in.
that's why the fries taste so good, huh? Extra
Yeah,
salty.
yeah,
Some fool. Oh, I already read that. Fuck.
And
So I don't know,
restaurants too. I stay away. I don't go to restaurants anymore
man. It's too
because you don't
expensive.
know how long.
Yeah.
Not even that, but you don't know how long the food has been there. You know,
Yeah.
you don't know the cook if he's clean. I mean, they're behind doors. You don't see what's going on.
What about Subways? How do you feel about Subway
Uh,
sandwiches?
I like Subway sandwich because you get to see, when they open up the thing and they take out the ham, whatever.
Yeah.
They got layers and they got the wax paper and it's clean. You know what I mean? When you see someone after they do a sandwich and you see them clean right away, then you know that you're at a good place. So you see people making a sandwich and then they wrap it up and get the next customer and you got lettuce all over the place and cheese. They're dirty.
Animals. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to clean every time you do a site. You got to clean. You know.
No, you gotta see fucking. What's that place called? Jersey Mike's. Fucking
Yeah,
shredded lettuce everywhere. Just fucking
yeah,
mayhem and murder.
yeah. They got them by you.
Yeah, they got one by me in Fresh Meadows.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
That
all
guy,
right.
that guy started with one. And look how many he's got.
They make a good sandwich.
Yeah, they make a good sandwich. Yeah, good Subway.
Fucking. I don't know, man. Fuck. I don't know. Should I get out of here?
I
It's been
go.
2.5 hours. Huh?
Sometimes I go to like Italian deli, and they'll have a chicken cutlet, and they put roasted peppers in it.
Yeah,
Little artichoke, whatever. Everything in one sandwich. That's a sandwich.
that sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Dwayne says wild ducks surprisingly have very little meat. He's been killing ducks in his neighborhood out there. Innocent
What
ducklings.
kind of ducks? I hope they're the little ones, Mallards.
Yeah, he walks up to the pond and or the bay and starts killing them. He has no right. He tried to do it on the show the other night.
I mean, what kind of? You mean the geese or the ducks?
No, the duck, not the geese. Little ducklings.
Yeah, I used to go hunting for the small ducks, the ones that they fly and their wings flap really fast,
Uh
and they're
huh.
like green. They change color, green, dark.
Yeah, this one had
Those
a
are
green head. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones you eat. You know.
Oh,
Yeah, they taste good. Uh, I don't hunt no more. I don't got time anymore.
yeah.
You know.
Hunting's an all day event, right? Does it take
No,
hours to fucking hunt?
no. I mean, I'm not a deer hunter.
Yeah.
I did it twice with a friend. It's just too long. I'm not a turkey guy. Get the fuck out of here. I know where to go. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
If I see a dove, I shoot it and take it. You
That's
know,
fucked up. Innocent little dove.
yeah. We eat doves, man.
It's a symbol of world peace. You eating fucking doves?
Yeah. You can shoot them as long as
Wow.
you eat them. They're good. They're not pigeons.
No, they're in the pigeon family. What do you mean?
Yeah, but they're not pigeons.
It's
They're
a
very
cracker.
clean.
It's a cracker pigeon.
Yeah, but they're cleaner. The city, the ones in the woods, they're not freaking city birds. And then pheasants. I shot a lot of pheasants. You know,
Eating quail, boy.
quail. When I was a kid in Italy, because what they do is they go in the field and they'll jump up and fly just for a little short distance, and then they run, right? And you got to be fast to shoot them. And
Yeah.
then if you shoot them, you got to look for them in the field where the fuck they are.
Yeah.
So at nighttime, this is illegal. At nighttime, we used to go with flashlights, and when you see the eyes glow, we used to grab them and snap their necks and put them in the
Vicious.
basket.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's
Uh,
vicious, man. You're very violent.
Who?
Who?
Me?
You?
Uh,
No.
I've been doing this since I was a kid. So
You killed a deer.
yeah, I killed the deer. I killed the boar.
Well, the
I
boars
could,
deserve it. That's okay.
yeah, with it, yeah. I shot quite a few of them. They're wild. They'll fucking attack all the dogs. You know.
Yeah, they'll kill you if they get big enough. Remember Hogzilla back in the day,
Yeah, I remember when they. Yeah, it was Godzilla was a pig that went in the wild and just grew.
and it became a boar,
It
a,
became a
a
boar.
huge boar.
Yeah,
That
but
thing was like a fucking bear.
yeah. Sometimes well, I remember, I used to go with my uncle hunting, and we come across a boar, and it's not, hunting season for the boar, and you see them with the little piglets, and you gotta just stay away from them because the mother will attack you, and she won't give up until she gets you.
Till you're dead. Yeah.
Yeah, they're vicious, and then because it's not that you're carrying the slug uh, shells with you because you can't carry them because if the warden, let's say the warden, even in Italy, they catch you with the slugs. They take away your gun, your license, everything. So
I just think it's crazy how like if you domesticate a pig, it's hairless and has no tusks. And if the fucking
when it
thing
gets to the
escapes and
wild,
goes in the wild, it
yeah,
has the tusks. It grows a fucking all this hair all over his
yeah,
body and
yeah, because
becomes
it's in the
huge.
same family. It's called because it's all in the same family.
But just the way they transform that quick, like just
Yeah,
with a different setting.
yeah. The pigs, my uncle used to, slaughter them. They grab the pig, they throw him on the table, they tie his legs, and everybody's holding in each direction with the
Yeah,
rope. And my uncle used to take a big ass knife like this, very sharp, put it in the throat, and you hear the pig scream like a motherfucker. And my aunt is grabbing the bucket. She's grabbing all the blood because they make bloody sausage.
bloody sausage, huh?
Yeah,
That's savage.
yeah. And then they hang the pig, and then they open it up, take all the guts out, and then you had the ladies. They take the intestines, they wash them. That's why you make the sausage. You know,
Yeah,
and then when we were
so
kids, we
much.
had shaving blades, and
Uh
we had
huh.
to shave the pig, all the hair off the pig.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of
and
like
then
the
by the
yeah.
yeah, by the end of the day, the pig is gone. Everything is processed, and then we eat sofrito. Sofrito
Sofrito,
is like it's called in Spanish called mondongo. So we're eating the
mangu,
pig at the end of the night. Sausage is already made. Gabagool is already made. Prosciutto is already made. You know.
pork
So
fried rye.
no, no, like
No, no.
prosciutto, you put all the hot peppers and you have to put it in the net, and you have to put it where it's kind of cool. And the reason why they put the net around it is because you don't want the fly. If a fly gets on it, it can lay
Yeah.
eggs, and then the eggs turn into worms. So
You know that plastic shit they put the sausage in? That shit,
yeah,
that
yeah,
casing.
the artificial film. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
you're
about
supposed
it?
to cook with that, right? You don't take that out, right? I took it out one time and it fucked up everything up. I didn't know you could cook with that shit. You supposed to cook with it?
Yeah, well, that's how they
It's
do
edible.
salsa.
Yeah,
It's
I didn't know.
edible.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's
I
not
had to learn the
plastic.
hard way. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was plastic shit. That's not plastic.
No,
It's some other
no,
shit.
no, no.
Yeah,
It's edible. Because sometimes you don't have enough intestines. Like Italians, they make sure they got enough intestines to fill out the. So you just fill it out. When you put the machine, it chops it up, and you're there with the intestine, and it's filling up. And then every um I don't know 4 or 5 inches, you make a twist, and just keep on twisting and twisting it. Then when it's done, you hang it. You know, you give it 30, 40 days, and it's already getting dry. And you got Italian sausage. You know,
did you ever have to sit there and cut cheese?
what do you mean?
Like you ever work in a pizzeria and they tell you to go in the back and start cutting the fucking cheese. Gotta fucking take bricks and blocks of fucking mozzarella cheese. Fucking start shredding that shit.
No, my aunt and uncle,
Smelling like fucking cheese. Huh?
they used to make their own cheese. It's fucking
Motherfuckers.
yeah. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
They were farmers. That's how I learned. I learned how to shoot a gun. I learned all that, how to kill. You know,
So
so
you had fresh mozzarella from the old country?
yeah,
Motherfuckers.
that's how I
Must be
learned.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I learned. Yeah.
They taught you how to kill too, huh?
Oh yeah, how to. Uh, I'm not talking about with the shotgun. You know,
Yeah.
shotgun was easy. I had no feeling. When I shot it, I had no feeling because I know it was for food.
Yeah.
I didn't shoot just for fun. I mean, I shot for fun, but the animal I killed, was going on the plate. You know,
Were you using
but
fucking bow and arrows and shit? Were you
no,
experimenting?
no boy, no. First, the animal, like, let's I cut their throat was a chicken. Yeah,
Savage.
yeah.
Eating halal,
It
boy?
doesn't bother me, huh?
Yeah. No, that's halal. They gotta slit the throat of the goat or the
Yeah,
fucking chicken.
yeah, yeah.
Halal.
Yeah, if I had to do it on the person, I got don't bother me. Yeah.
Thank you, DL. What up, Frank? Frank's at work.
He's at work.
50% onion. That's a lot of onion. Yeah, how many onions you put in that sauce?
What?
How many onions you put in your sauce? How many onions?
It depends. If I'm using 2 cans of sauce,
Yeah.
2 cans of sauce, I put one big onion.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
I put parsley. Uh,
Sounds like
uh,
you know how to eat good, man. You know how to cook and shit.
yeah, 4 cloves of
Artichoke shit.
no, of garlic,
Oh, garlic. Yeah.
salt. I'll let it cook for a while, and then when the oil starts coming up, that's when I throw the basil in there.
Uh huh.
Yeah, yeah. That
That's the
gives that
flavor.
aroma. Yeah, it gives that
Yeah.
aroma.
Cooking, cooking with Carmine, boy.
Yeah, you learn. You gotta learn.
Yeah.
I even taught my wife how to cook Italian. So
Shit.
yeah,
Making Chef Boyardee, boy.
yeah,
Dwayne's right. I won't last a day during the apocalypse. No. No, I won't. Well, I don't know, man.
yeah,
Let me think. It's been a slow night tonight, huh? God damn
yeah.
it. Friday night?
If all, I mean, what is every Friday night is slow. People go out.
Yeah. Oh, we're in deep shit.
Mm. Last night you had a pretty good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a pretty good show. Well, I think what 80 people were there.
80, yeah.
Yeah,
Consistent, too. It was good.
yeah.
But
You got
that's
good
that's a big
follow. You
thing.
got good
Yeah.
followers. You know what I mean? And it's not fake. You're not buying anything. So
Shit.
yeah,
No, unfortunately, no, we're not buying bots.
yeah,
I'd be a big fucking big star over here if I was, yeah. Everywhere you go around the world, men are always the best cooks.
yeah,
I guess so. Fucking, fucking world chef boy. That's
yeah.
why I divorced Mo. She couldn't cook. That's what Frank says.
Yeah, my wife knows how to cook, but now she cooks Italian style. I taught her
Nice.
everything. Yeah,
Now you're making me hungry, man. Thinking about
yeah.
fucking Olive Garden commercials and shit.
Yeah, rucola herb, I used to boil a little bit. If you don't like the bitter, you have to boil it a little bit longer. And then, drain it and put a little garlic, a little olive oil, you know, and
Pour
parsley.
wine in there too and shit.
No, no. And then if it's in the refrigerator from the night before, you take it, you put it in the pan, frying pan, just heat it up a little bit, open up a bread and just put the asparagus in there. You can put mortadella with it, gabagool, prosciutto. You know.
You should work at a deli or something.
Why?
I don't know. The way you talk about this shit sounds like you really love it. Sounds
Because
good.
I'm Italian. Because I'm
Yeah,
Italian. That's all. That's how we eat.
yeah. It's hard to
I
find
like
not
the
Italian
Sicilian.
food.
I like the Sicilian orangina. Orangina is like a rice bowl that they
Uh
make.
huh.
They make the best rice bowl. The Sicilians,
Yeah.
best rice bowl.
Frank likes
Uh,
rice bowls too. He likes them with with raisins and shit.
yeah, some people put raisins. You can put anything in it.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. See, Sicilians do. Let's say bacalao, right? So we take the bacalao, we soak it for 3 days, and every day you got to change the water 3 times a day, and then you test the water, see if it's salty. When it's not salty, you take it and we cook it, we boil it, and then we carefully take it out and we scrape it off the skin and put it in the bowl, and we let it cool down. We put a little parsley and a little garlic, chopped garlic, and put olive oil. We eat it as a salad.
Yeah.
The Sicilians that take the bacala after they soak it, clean it, whatever. They put it breadcrumbs and they season it and they put it in the oven. They cook it. We do it different.
Yeah.
I like a lot of Sicilian dishes. They cook different from us, but you know,
What are you eating? Pita bread and shit?
yeah, like we got like the margarita pizza. That's Napolitan. Square pizza in the pan. That's Sicilian.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that's Sicilian. So
That's good
we
pizza
do.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, you got like 2 inches of fucking dough. Yeah,
Fucking margarita pizza boy.
yeah, margarita, primavera, whatever.
Carmine's Jersey City. Jersey City boy.
What about Jersey City?
I don't know. That's what Michael said.
No, I'm
Carmine's
not from.
Jersey City.
No, I'm not on top of the hill. If you're from Jersey City, you know what I'm talking about. I can see all New York from Manhattan all the way to Staten Island.
That's Todd Hill, boy.
I
Oh,
can
that's
see
Staten
that.
Island.
I can see Tower Hill from my house.
Motherfucker.
Mm.
So you used to watch Paul Castellano committing crimes back in
No,
the day? No.
I can
In
see
his
the
backyard?
skyline. I can
Oh,
see the skyline. Yeah.
fucking Dwayne boy.
I
We
got
should.
that bitch. What's her name? Whoopi Goldberg that lives here.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't you tell me she got yelled out of a fucking bakery or some shit? Didn't she make an order and then she was
Oh, she
pissed
was
off with?
rude. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
rude. Yeah, cause yeah,
And
yeah,
now she
she's
said
rude.
dumb shit recently in the news
Yeah.
about this country. She's an asshole. I'm glad to know that people in Jersey don't like Whoopi Goldberg.
No, she walks around here like I seen her at CVS. She walks around with this guy. I guess her bodyguard. I don't know. But
Shit.
nobody. Maybe a black person will say hello, but other than that, nobody cares. People that live around here got money.
Yeah.
They could care less about her. Uh, David Cassidy, from the Partridge Family, who was a singer, musician, actor. He grew up here with his grandparents. Um, Derek Jeter's parents lived up the street from me. Not up the street, but but 2 minutes away here. They moved out when Jeter retired. They moved out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of actors that came from here.
Sounds like a beautiful neighborhood, man.
It's nice. It's expensive.
Yeah.
The fucking taxes here, like property taxes, is ridiculous.
They're trying to chase people out of the fucking Northeast with all these taxes and shit.
This I get calls every day. People come knocking on the doors if I want to sell, and I
Yeah.
tell them, "Give me $1 million, I'll sell you the house. I'll leave you the car too." You know,
Yeah.
oh, we'll give you uh, a good price, the going price for real estate. I said, "Get the fuck out of here." I said, "I'm not selling the house. You came to me that you wanted. You
Yeah.
asked me to sell the house, so I make my own price there."
That's right.
Yeah.
That's one way to tell them to fuck off.
Yeah. You got the highway like a minute drive right there, highway, and it leads to all the way to the turnpike. So
Hmm.
I guess that's why everybody comes over here. It's
Yeah.
easy access. Mike
Fucking
Tyson
easy
used to
access,
come
boy.
here all the time. Huh?
Easy access, boy. Now go on. Mike Tyson was there.
Oh yeah, Mike Tyson used to come here all the time when he was boxing.
Shit.
Yeah, he used to be here. He used to go in. There's a private community called Llewellyn Park. He used to go in there all the time. Bill Clinton was here.
Uh-oh.
You know,
What was he doing?
remember they do these charity things.
Yeah.
This is when he was
Clinton
president.
Foundation bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, when he was president. Yeah, yeah.
Nah, man. He's up to no good.
We got the Thomas Edison Museum, you know, in town.
Yeah. Thomas
Where
Edison, huh?
his laboratory.
Making electricity, boy. Wes
Yeah,
Caldwell. Yeah, shouts to Tony Buick. Feel better, man.
yeah. He got food
Dwayne.
poisoning. That's what he got.
Yeah.
He needs to shit it out. That's all he needs.
He's probably drinking from the sink or some shit.
Yeah,
Be careful, boy.
maybe Ken gave him something. Who knows?
Ken, yeah. He woke up with syphilis the next day. My asshole hurts and my dick is burning.
My asshole's
Got a
burning.
headache.
He made my asshole burn.
It's a throbbing pain in my rectum.
Did Frank come on or no?
Nah, he's working right now.
Yeah.
He should come on.
At the lesbian bar.
Yeah. I had fun debating in those lesbians one night. Did you hear that show? Were you here for that?
No, no, I
They had a
wasn't.
woke radical lesbian on there, and I was
Well,
asking her questions.
on the
Yeah, she
on the
called him with
panel.
Frank. Yeah, she called him with Frank. He had a bunch of them with him. I was like, yo, when was
What,
the last time you participated in a fucking protest? She got all mad and shit, like, fuck you, fuck your government, fuck all yous.
oh yeah,
Oh,
they're
jeez.
woke, right?
Yeah, woke. Shit. That's an
Yeah,
understatement. They're
yeah. Well,
radicals.
that's where he lives. Yeah, that they're all woke over there. They live in their own world up there,
They
man.
do, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Alternate
a total
universe.
different. Yeah,
And they're trying to push it on everybody else to accept that
yeah,
shit, too. And they call it democracy.
yeah. Because if they lived around where we live, they'll be thinking different. You know,
Yeah. Well,
they don't see the crime like we do over here, what goes on and all that.
they don't care
Of
about the
course, they
crime.
got. Yeah, no, I'm sure they got crime where he's at. Like drug dealers and junkies, whatever.
Yeah.
But not like the crime that we see here every day that goes on. So,
Yeah. No, for sure.
uh,
They don't care. They want people to commit crime until it happens to them, and then they don't like it so much. Maybe they'll change their politics after that. But they're all gung ho for letting criminals out, and you know, no
I
bullshit.
watched you.
Huh?
I watched your show, and when I was done, I watched the replay of like the Angel show,
Yeah.
and Fish was on there. He goes by the name Brooklyn Knife,
Uh huh.
and he was fighting with that guy JT. You know, because oh, we got 800 members. And Fish was saying you don't have 800 subscriber that pay. You know, they were
Yeah.
going back and forth. You go look at you, 60-year-old man. Selling ice cream. They were going back and forth, man. It
Yeah.
was funny as hell. Yeah,
I'm sure it was funny,
yeah. But
but
I wonder what they're doing up there. Are they protesting or whatever?
oh, I'm sure they are
Yeah,
in a woke city like that. Yeah.
but you chased them, so we don't know. We don't know.
They got chased.
You chase fish, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I had enough of his mouth around here. He was getting real nasty one night, and I had enough. I had my fill of that shit, and
yeah.
nasty to me, nasty to people in here. Very vicious with his tongue. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this guy.
But that's how he is. That's how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know who the fuck he is really. One minute he's nice and cool, and you can talk to him, and he's funny. The
You
next
should
minute
you
he's
should
getting
bring him
fucking
back as
insulted.
soon as they get.
Eh,
You should bring him back, and if he gets out of control, you do the same thing.
for the thousandth time. How many?
Yeah,
I'm just trying to move on from this shit. These weirdos and these assholes that fuck with me.
yeah,
Just
but
leave me
he
the fuck
brings
alone.
entertainment too. You know what I mean?
Eh,
He does. He does.
I'm trying to get some
And then
different entertainment.
if it gets personal, then you cut him off.
Uh,
Like,
yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. I'm just trying to move on from these assholes, though. Like, I don't know.
yeah, but nobody's talking. Everybody's staying away from everybody. So, that shit is done. What is it? 2 years now?
They still crying about the same shit. These people for three,
Yeah,
four
yeah,
years now.
but we don't. You don't.
No,
So, what do
but
you
they still
care?
drag you in the shit anyway. Like,
Yeah, but
I'm
you
not gonna get
ignore
into
them.
it.
You ignore them.
Yeah,
So
that's what
what?
I'm gonna continue to do. Yeah,
Yeah, you ignore them. Your name comes up all the time. So,
fucking shit.
yeah. Oh, the guy was on the Gunsmoke show. He's one of the Gunsmoke. So
Yeah.
what? Angel says, so what? He's allowed to come here.
Hey, Uncle says, "Fuck fish. It's been a breath of fresh air without him."
Yeah, the smell. There's no
Yeah,
smell, right? Yeah.
there's no stench, cuz.
The motherfucker got like 50 accounts, man. I don't know how he does it. How many fucking emails does he have for him to have 50
Right?
accounts?
I mean,
Yeah,
fuck. He's dedicated to being an asshole. I don't know.
I guess. The ice cream, man.
The ice cream man. He made it sound like, I don't know, nefarious. The ice cream man.
Yeah, because
Hey,
he told, what's his name? This guy JT, that's in Angel's chat, says, oh, I'll come to you. I got a friend of mine in Minnesota, whatever. We can go in the cage and do an MMA fight. So he wants to fight physical
with fish?
fight with fish. Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah,
Like, that's gonna happen.
yeah. Like, okay, what are you, fucking 10 year, 12
Yeah,
year, you were a teenager? Come on.
they love to do that shit. I'll challenge you to a boxing match. Like, they live in a
Yeah,
fucking fantasy world.
yeah.
Fucking shit.
Tony Pizza got pulled over by the cops.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what happened?
Well, they pulled him over and then they say he had a tail light out, whatever. I guess they give him a warning or a ticket.
Hopefully they gave him a ticket.
Yeah.
Don't give him a warning. He doesn't
Then
do
he's
good with
telling the
warnings.
cops, oh, it's these trolls calling your department. And the cop goes, what are you talking about, trolls? You know?
Yeah, he don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, he's talking about his channel to cops, right? And the cops he doesn't know.
They should have took him into custody right there once he said that. Like, yeah, it's fucking trolls harassing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, right then and there. All right, this guy's insane. Step out of the car. You're under arrest.
He should have said the same thing when he said remember when he trashed the people from 9/11? You
Oh
know,
yeah, I'm sure he's
yeah,
still doing it. That piece of shit.
yeah. He should have done that then. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When the cop pulled him over.
yeah. Talk about 9/11 then, you piece of shit.
Yeah,
Since you're so outspoken, yeah.
that was not cool at all.
Nah, he's an animal. He's a piece of
Man.
shit, and he blames everybody else for his bullshit. You know, he's an
That's what
innocent
they
little babe
do.
in the woods, and it's
What's it
everybody
called?
else's fault.
Projection?
Yeah,
Projection? What's it
exactly.
called?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a lunatic, man.
yeah.
You're watching
He's
the
he's a
unraveling of a fucking
he's
lunatic.
a survivor, but he got suckers that donate. He survives. I don't know.
Yeah,
You gotta give it. You gotta
I don't
give it
know.
to him for that. But still,
Yeah, well,
he's still an asshole.
it ain't gonna end good for him either way. Yeah,
No, no, not gonna.
I'll let him enjoy it while it lasts.
He's gonna
Son
bump
of
into
a
the
bitch.
wrong guy, man.
Oh yeah,
Just a matter of time.
he's been getting lucky, but one day one of these weirdos are gonna, because they're already obsessed with him. So
Yeah,
one guy's gonna snap, pull a fucking John Hinckley on him or something.
yeah. You never know. The way he uses the M word, freely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he gets people riled up about him. Like they're obsessed with him. They stalk him wherever
yeah,
he goes. Like that means you're
yeah.
dealing
But
with
you
some
don't
real
say that,
fucking
man. All
yeah.
these and motherfuckers, like, come on, man. What's wrong with you?
That's what he is. He's a fucking he's a vagrant, a vermin, a
Yeah,
vagrant. That's what it is, vagrant. He's a fucking foul-mounted fucking low-life degenerate. He's scum of the earth for the bottomless pits of hell. That's what he is.
I wish you can get Danny Trio on here, bro. That'd be funny, so.
That would be funny, yeah. I wish we could talk about old times and stuff.
Yeah, just laugh about it.
Oh no, he won't be laughing. I don't think he'll be laughing. Yeah, I don't think he's got a
Let
sense
me,
of humor
let me
like that.
tell you something. The guy knew his stuff. He knew the people, but I remember what's his name? Bill Cotolo. They knew the same people that you never heard, people I never heard, and then Bill Cotolo, I guess he got in contact with back home with certain people. Says, I don't know this fucking guy.
Yeah,
And that's when everything started from there.
yeah, I don't know.
They found out he's a bullshit artist,
Hey,
but
he's from
he knew,
Florida.
yeah, but he knew everybody. Like, I don't know. You
Did
don't
his
find that
research.
information. No, you don't find that information in the book. So there were certain people he mentioned that threw Bill Cotolo off guard too. So
Remember, Angel said she talked to people that knew Trio after saying he was a phony. I
no, I
don't know.
remember that. No.
Would you like to see my Buick?
Raymond was a big phone. Is a big phone.
Yeah,
He worked at Coney Island, at one of those game stands.
the sunglass store. They're selling sunglasses or some shit.
Yeah, where they throw the ball and you gotta hit the fucking triangle bottles there.
Shoot the freak or something.
Yeah. He's not even Italian.
He's not.
No,
Oh Jesus!
it's Puerto Rican.
Really?
You
So
didn't
the
know that?
con goes real deep, huh? Even
Yeah,
deeper than I
yeah. He's not
imagined.
Italian at all. He's not
I thought at
Italian at
least
all.
maybe the Italian thing was true. Jesus, fuck, complete
Yeah,
fugazi, huh?
yeah.
He said his
I mean,
middle name is Luciano, huh?
I got nothing against Puerto Ricans. Believe me, I love
No,
Puerto Rican
no,
people. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
No, he's a fugazi.
Yeah,
He said he was named. His uncle was Lucky Luciano and shit. And,
yeah, that was his uncle. His cousin was, his Lucky Luciano's cousin, which there was, which there was one, and
yeah,
I think he died now. Uh,
damn.
yeah, he was around the. I don't know if he was part of the Gambinos, but yeah.
History would have been a lot different if Luciano was allowed to stay in the states, and he probably
Well,
wouldn't have died young.
right. Well, Luciano, when he got deported, they used to meet up in Cuba,
Yeah,
with the other mafiosos. But he wanted to write a movie or a script, a biography, and he had some guy come over and write everything down. And we got word to New York. They told Luciano, you can't do this. And he kept going, and there was this guy, uh, Tommy Boley, and
Tommy
a
Boy.
friend of yeah, his brother also was a mobster. He was a mobster, and then he was the middle guy that was bringing the money from the United States to Lucky Luciano. And they say like they poisoned Lucky Luciano. They put something in the coffee. When he drank the coffee, he had a massive heart attack. So
Yeah, at the airport.
yeah, they
But
killed him.
if he would have never got deported, that would have never happened. It would have still been
Yeah,
called the
he's
Luciano family to this day.
yeah, Luciano is Sicilian, but then they kicked him out of Sicily, and he stayed in Naples.
Motherfucker.
Yeah,
And then, if he was still around, that Appalachian meeting probably would have never happened because that was ordered by Genovese.
yeah,
There would have been no
yeah.
Genovese family. It would still be the Lucianos. There
No,
would have been no raid on the Appalachian meeting.
no, nothing.
History would be different. Probably wouldn't even
Yeah,
have a fucking Rico. Who knows?
yeah. Well, Vita Genovese was part of the. They hated. They, Lucky Luciano didn't like Vita Genovese.
No.
Never did. Never did. He always tried to prove himself. That he's a gangster, and they were more like they became like businessmen. You know what I mean? And he still wanted to be gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know. It's been past 3 hours. I think we should get out of
yeah,
here.
yeah,
But I appreciate you coming on, Carmine.
yeah.
Good
No
talk.
problem, man. Yeah, no problem. Just conversation just to get the show going a little bit.
Yeah. No, thank God he came on. I was suffering there.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. I mean, I can't come on during the week because I gotta go to sleep early.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also, that's why I don't see you most nights in here.
yeah, like yesterday, I said hello, goodbye, whatever. I gotta get up in a few
Yeah.
hours. Yeah, I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So
Shit. That's the devil's
uh,
hour.
uh, I gotta do what I gotta do. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, you just
yeah,
stay doing your thing. Stay healthy.
yeah,
Eating right.
yeah.
Try to stay cool this summer.
I gained some of my weight back.
Yeah. Well, that's
I
a
just
good thing.
gotta get I just gotta get ready for my next surgery. That's it.
Yeah. When's that happening?
Well, the doctor asked me when I want to do it. I told him I'd rather do it, during the winter, like I can stay home. You know?
Yeah. I guess that's better off.
Yeah. I don't know how long I'm gonna be out, but
Yeah. You don't want to
when
fucking
that
lose some.
heals, when
Yeah.
that heals, they have to go back in there and reattach everything, and to take this fucking stupid bag off my stomach.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's a stoma. I put the bag. It's like a stick on or tape.
yeah,
It's a pain in the ass, man. Let me tell you. But what I gotta do? I'm here. Almost died.
yeah. No, you're alive. That's what matters. And
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
still
Well,
moving
it can
around.
happen to anyone. Like my doctor said, yeah, patient 12 years old. Uh, he
Yeah,
did NFL players. He did MMA fighters. And when he told me that, I was like, okay. And then I'm in his office. I see Time magazine. He's on top 10 surgeons in the United States. So I got lucky.
yeah. No,
And
you
the guy's
definitely look.
from yeah. The guy grew up in East Hampton. So he's from Long Island.
Yeah, that's way out there
Yeah.
in the island.
Yeah. All right, Smoke.
Yeah, man. No,
It
thanks
was
for
nice
coming on,
talking to
brother.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
always, brother.
problem.
Always.
No
Grab the
problem.
link anytime you want, man. You know that.
All right, man. All right, thanks, man.
All right, brother. Have a
Ciao.
good night,
Ciao.
man. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, boy. All right. I want to thank Carmine, Nightmare. Somebody else was on the show? Just Nightmare and Carmine, right? That's it, right? Nightmare, Carmine, Tony Buick. Shouts to Tony Buick. Feel better, Tony. Thank you, Bella, J Dams, Gary, DL. Thank you very much. We'll be live tomorrow night, same time, same place. So please join us. And then don't forget Sunday service. We're going to hit you off with a nice, beautiful Sunday service, as usual. So please join us for that. Get right with the Lord. David Lopez, boy. Shouts to Dwayne. Gilla Gorilla. Michael Moormile. Highlights Gay Uncle. What do you say right here, motherfucker? Oh, yeah. Shouts to Big Frank. The real gangsters, y'all. Itty bitty baby. All right. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Until next time. Peace.